From the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. For more information, visit innofthemountaingods.com.
I think it just brings back those memories.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. No votes in the Senate on any plan to vote on the government funding bill due to the Jewish High Holy Day of Yom Kippur.
The Republicans need 5 additional Democratic votes to break the deadlock and pass what the Republicans call a clean bill to reopen the government. Perhaps some good news on the horizon. Both the vice president and some Democratic leaders don't think the shutdown will last very long.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Vice President J.D. Vance calls it the Schumer shutdown, but Massachusetts Democratic Congressman Jake Auchincloss on Fox and Friends First disagrees.
Republicans have control of the White House, of the Senate, and of the House. And rather than fund local law enforcement and release the Epstein files, they would rather shut down the entire government and make this whole country suffer.
America's listening to Fox News.
Fall savings now at National Furniture Liquidator. Our prices fall back as everyone else's goes up. Real values like a queen-size adjustable basin mattress, just $5.98. Or an Ashley brand sofa, just $2.98. A dining table with 6 chairs, just $8.98. Or how about this queen-size bedroom set, just $6.98. Plus great financing options regardless of your credit. National Furniture Liquidator. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats Shorty.
All right, everyone, listen up. Pay attention. At Permian Ford, you'll always find the best selection, lowest price, and outstanding customer service. No trick plays, just straightforward business. With model year-end savings, upgrade and save today. Permian Ford refuses to let price stand in the way of winning your business. You can score big on rugged trucks, sleek sedans, and SUVs. The best play is with Permian Ford on the corner of Del Paso and Sanger.
Permian Ford.
Visit PermianFord.net.
Truck Central USA.
Wanting an affordable, quiet place to park your RV while you're working in or around Carlsbad? WWRV is 3 RV parks with one goal: to be a quiet place for their working tenants. 162 RV sites with 30 and 50 amp available. All utilities are included in the price, including premier wired internet at each site for your gaming and movie streaming. WWRV is pet friendly and well lit with plenty of street lights. Get pricing and contact info by visiting their website at www.rvx3.com or call 575-988-0392 for WWRV.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
Knowledge, integrity, and trustworthiness are just part of what makes Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating the choice for your next HVAC job. With 15 plus years in business, Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating trains its techs with the requirements and standards of all the major ductless companies, servicing residential and commercial as well as industrial units for the patch. Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating is fully licensed, bonded, and insured in the state of New Mexico. They can even offer new technology like inverter-driven heat pump systems to upgrade old systems, and financing is available. Call 575-631-1999 to schedule your appointment today. That's 631-1999 for Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Attention gun enthusiasts, mark your calendars because the Ultimate Gun Show is coming to Carlsbad and you don't want to miss it. 505 Productions is hosting a massive 3-day gun show at the Walter Gerald's Event Center in Carlsbad. With over 170 tables featuring guns, ammo, knives, and accessories, you'll find everything you need from top New Mexico vendors. Whether you're a collector or a first-time buyer, this is your chance to explore an incredible selection at unbeatable prices. Plus free parking and an ATM on site. The show kicks off Friday, October 3rd from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, October 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Sunday, October 5th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is only $7 a day or $10 for the weekend. And children under 12 are free. Visit 505productions.com for more details. Don't miss out.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Good morning. The forecast for Southeast New Mexico. Roswell temperatures on this Thursday at 92 degrees today under a sunny sky. It's 92 degrees in Carlsbad and Artesia and 88 degrees in Lovington. Lovington temperatures by tomorrow on Friday at 87 degrees, but 90-plus degrees for Roswell and Carlsbad. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Brilliant. Gay. Interesting. Smart. Silly. Rocket ship. Weird. Cruel. Like a dreamsicle. Corn pudding. Be careful what you wish for.
You are listening to Planet Earth's greatest morning show.
Broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Welcome to Be in the Breakfast Club. Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford in Hobbs, New Mexico. Home of the lifetime Permian Powertrain Promise. The question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, with the largest selection of parts for heavy trucks and semis. Call or text now. 877-396-W105 to talk to us. Text line brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer.
Come on.
Hit the damn button.
Thank you. It's Thursday.
Hey, wait a minute. I've got a great idea.
I've got a great idea. Listen up.
Let's put on a show.
That is a good idea. No, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
What kind of a show?
Super sexy cool.
What kind of show you think I'm doing here?
Have you ever met me in person?
You look a lot better when you can't tell what you look like.
Have you ever seen my show?
You're on radio and not on television.
They got faces for radio.
And now for a little radio.
Here we go.
It's showtime.
And good morning to you. It is another day in paradise, 6:07. God bless America. God bless you this morning.
Oh,
Am I good this morning?
You have no idea how. I was praying that you were okay.
Hey, Blake's over here doing Hail Marys and Our Fathers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the heck. I mean, because I didn't touch
5
anything.
times.
And I don't know, but God bless America and God bless you that we're on the air on a Thursday, second day of October. Can you believe it's October already?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
What happened? Like, we're 25% of the year left.
Yeah. It's wild.
It's just like gone by so quick. Quick is good, I guess.
Well, depends on what's going on.
Quick is good.
Well, depends on what's going on. Sometimes
so
not so
the
much.
question of the day this morning, we're talking about shutdown. Has it affected you in any way? We're in day 2 of the shutdown, the longest shutdowns in American history. What is the longest shutdown, Monica?
I don't know. I want to say, I honestly, I have no clue.
Wasn't it that long? It was like, was it 15 days
I was
or
going to say
something?
2 weeks.
Trump set the record in 2019, 35 days.
Okay.
That's the longest.
Well,
by the way, prior to that, Clinton had a shutdown that lasted 21 days. Obama had a shutdown that lasted 17 days back in 2013. Trump in 2018 had a shutdown that only lasted like a couple hours. But these shutdowns go back all the way to 1976, and one congressman is trying to get rid of the continuing resolutions and the rules that go along with the continuing resolutions. 12-month budget would work.
Yes. Isn't there something magical about the 30-day mark too, though? Don't they have extra?
Well, after 30 days, there is no funding for the government. So that's when the checks stop after 30 days. Pretty much all of them, I do believe. I think Social Security and pretty much all the checks stop after 30 days.
Wow.
But I don't remember like people not getting their Social Security checks.
No, I
when
don't
Trump
either.
shut it down for 35 days.
Yeah, I don't recall that either. Like
I
honestly, I don't
think,
know.
I think the president can sign a order to continue. See, the president has pretty much exclusive power right now.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look some of this up to make sure I got this right. But like you and I were talking off the air about the Supreme Court is scheduled to meet on Monday, and there's a lot of cases that Trump wants heard. How does this shutdown affect the Supreme Court?
You know, birthright citizenship is probably the biggest case that is going to come down the pike. And that decision will probably happen before they break for December. So they'll hear both sides and they will rule on birthright citizenship. I just got a feeling that they are going to rule. They're not going to rule in favor of ending birthright citizenship. It's just too controversial. I hope they do.
Well,
I pray they do.
Whether it's controversial or not shouldn't play into it.
Well, right? I get it. But look who we have on the Supreme Court.
That's true.
You have wishy-washy justices. I mean, even the people that Trump appointed, you got wishy-washy people. And they've surprised me on multiple things. But I mean, if you go back to the original 14th Amendment, it's pretty cut and clear that it was meant for slaves.
Right.
So we'll see where it ends up. So if you're wondering where I'm at, I'm doing the show today from beautiful downtown Hagerman, New Mexico. I'm at my daughter and son-in-law's place, and I'll be at the fair this afternoon in the southeastern New Mexico State Fair. And Roswell will be there all week. So if stop by and see us if you get a chance. Wow. Monica, when are you going to be there?
So I will be there tomorrow evening and then Saturday evening.
Saturday evening. And Paul, you'll be there?
I'm there tomorrow evening as well, and then Saturday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was a little bummed
Saturday morning, what time they open?
I don't know. We're there at like
I think
noon.
At noon on Saturday. But I was a little bummed because I thought it was going to be like the Lee County State Fair, but they don't open during the day. They don't open their vendors.
No. They open usually about 5 o'clock.
So anyways, if I didn't have so many lepes, I'd be able to go.
about 5 o'clock. So I'll be there this afternoon, a little while tonight, and then back Friday and Saturday. I got a birthday party for my grandson, and back Saturday, and hopefully I make it home Saturday so I can rest on Sunday.
Wait, so
I'm too old for all this stuff.
We'll all three be there tomorrow night, right?
On Friday, yeah.
So we should do like a
I'm
night.
I'm just
fight.
Yeah, I'm just too old for this.
You are not old.
Too damn old.
Settle.
I'm tired. I'm almost the same age as your daddy.
Says the whippersnapper over there.
You can.
So I'm almost the same age as your dad.
Think about that. Think about that.
Okay, I agree, but I'm
Kevin,
just saying
what's your mom's
it's not
name?
old.
But I'm still mobile and to a certain extent. Gee whiz. Today is Autofile Day, Balloon Around the World Day, Guardians Angels Day going on today, International Walk to School Day, Custodial Worker Day, Fried Scallop Day, Kale Day. Oh, please. Pumpkin Seed Day. By the way, if you have a swollen prostate, get your pumpkin seeds. And Smarties Day. Remember the little candy Smarties?
Oh,
it's
they're
their
so
day.
gross.
They are so awesome.
Farm Animals Day going on, and No Alcohol Day happening all day today.
Wait, no alcohol?
Crazy. No
Zero
alcohol.
zilch, none.
I started
What
this
the
morning
hell?
Red Bull and a shot of tequila.
Yeah.
So,
2 shots of whiskey and a coffee.
I posted up, I'm surprised this story has not gotten as much national attention out of the Philippines with that 6.9 magnitude earthquake. I've been getting messages from people asking if all's okay. Our house is fine. Family fine. Everybody is okay. But the people of Cebu We're over 70 people dead, and buildings have just completely collapsed. Aftershocks yesterday. And you know what Filipinos do after people die? They get together and pray. I sent Monica that video.
Yes,
and
that was
I think I posted that on
powerful.
Facebook. Yeah, so
Was that at like a
thousands
local
and thousands.
church?
Yeah,
Did they
that's
gather
at
at a
a
church?
Bastilia. That's a huge deal. And so they gathered there, and that thing dates back to the 1800s, and no damage there. I don't think it was more on the northern part of the city. So, but thoughts and prayers to all, and they are scrambling. They are scrambling. Can you imagine living without water? I'm talking about running water or bottled water. You can live without running water, but the bottled water is where you kind of need the bottled water.
Didn't they have like way more than one? Like, wasn't there like 10 of them?
Yeah, well, the aftershocks, there were actually aftershocks yesterday. And the wife told me the strange thing is lots of places, all the water that was on the inland part where the ocean goes into kind of brackish water, all that's gone.
Oh, wow.
Sucked everything out. I'm like, getting ready for it to come back.
Wow. That's
thoughts
that's
and
like
prayers to
tsunami
those
waiting to
folks.
happen, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was saying without wanting to say it. Groundbreaking chimpanzee researcher Jane Goodall passed away, 91 years old. Rest in peace, unless you're rather monkey around there, but rest in peace. I always thought that Jane was from Tarzan, but no, Jane Goodall. And parts of a 20-story apartment building in the Bronx collapsed on Wednesday, leaving the corner of that building in rubble. And maybe the debris will fill in the potholes. And the Bronx, even the brick buildings are boogieing down. Yes. Joshua Allen, fourth season winner. You think you can dance? He died in Fort Worth, Texas. He was only 36 years of age. Young man passed away. And ABC's High Potential returns on ABC, coming up to $12 million in total multi-platform viewing after 7 days on ABC, Hulu, Disney Plus, and digital platforms. 28% lift over last year's premiere. I have no idea what High Potential is. I am not a hipster. Maybe that's part of the problem. Monica, you ever hear of High Potential?
No.
I think it has potential, but that's just me. Check out the weather this morning, being brought to you by Rig Outfitters. Rig Outfitters, you can find them, Rig Outfitters, and a home store. And the Broadmoor Mall, extensive selection of FR, coveralls, gloves, shirts, everything that you need. Furniture, appliances, electronics, rigoutfitters.com. Zero down financing. They do offer zero down financing. And don't forget, they have a section of boots that are just $99. Good looking boots, the boots that you can wear to do your work in, $99. By the way, Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall and Hobbs, rigoutfitters.com. They're right next to Scrub Outfitters, who has the largest selection of scrubs, Dickies, Healing Hands, Met Couture, Peaches, other big name brands. Follow them on Facebook next to Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. Check them out today. 90 for the high today. About sunny skies, clear tonight, down to 61 and 88 and sunny for southeast New Mexico. Now, Ruidoso, you've got a great weekend in store for you. 75 and sunny all day today. No rain in the forecast all week. 51 and clear tonight. And then 73 and sunny for your Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Looking awesome in Ruidoso. Albuquerque, you're looking good. 87 and sunny today. 57 tonight. 86 tomorrow. No rain in the forecast. Sunny skies for the entire weekend. 5-day forecast. Go to W105radio.com. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Randall Pettigrew. He's your state representative in District 61. Back he's up in Santa Fe right now, continuing the fight. And the fight goes on. Yesterday, they voted on giving a lot of money, taking the losses of federal money and letting your tax dollars pay for that. We'll talk about that at some point in the show. But Randy Pettigrew fighting for you, fighting for New Mexico. By the way, you can check Randy out. You can go and sign up for his newsletter. Puts that newsletter out every night during a session. RandallPettigrew.com. Sign up today. Message paid for by Randall Pettigrew. By the way, we got a mess in the state.
Yep.
You know, I yesterday I figured out how big the mess was.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a neurologist. After getting hit by that softball, the headaches are continuing, dizziness. I got this twitch in my eye from time to time. And I can actually feel like nerves in the back of my head moving. It's just weird. So I need to go to a neurologist. Have you tried finding a neurologist in the state?
No.
So it's a mess because we're losing doctors. So the doctor in Lovington, neurologist in Lovington, he's not accepting any new patients. So they send me to the doctor in Carlsbad. He's not accepting new patients. They send me to a doctor in Roswell. Good news is they are accepting new patients, but I couldn't get an appointment until May of 2026.
What about Lubbock?
Oh my gosh, May of 26, bro?
Yeah. And so I mean, I could be dead by then. I mean, I could have like a bleeder in there and die. I mean, God only knows. But then so I start looking in Lubbock and Midland. So I go to the Texas Tech, you know, in neurology center, and they said, well, send the referral, and it'll take us 2 to 3 weeks to decide if we want you or not. So I move on to Midland. You know, in the meantime, I send them the referral, and you have to call my doctor and get them to send the referral, of course. So then I start with Midland. I haven't got a call back from Midland. So it's a full-time job finding just a neurologist. It's more of a headache.
Well, and that means that in a couple of weeks that you can probably get an appointment in Lubbock, but that means that you had to go to Texas because you couldn't find a doctor here.
Well, and that's part of the problem. We are losing doctors because the Democrats decided that medical malpractice lobbyists are more important than people's care. Hey, let's just say it like it is.
Right.
Let's just say it like it is, that Democrats don't give a damn about me and you.
Right.
Democrats don't care.
Right.
They don't care about us.
No.
Look, you look at what's going on in Washington, D.C., they don't care. And if you have been voting Democrat in this state, I'm just, hopefully I don't hurt anybody's feelings. You're dumb.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Absolutely.
Look at the track record of Democrats in this state. We're last at everything, and you continue to vote for them. You know what that's called? That's called insanity.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's called insanity when we're last at everything and you keep doing the same thing. You keep doing the same thing. I know I'm preaching to the crowd. By God, but you know, special session got underway yesterday. 5 proposed bills. And all they're doing, a lot of these bills are taking shots at Donald Trump.
Sure.
All they're doing, all these medical bills. Do you know when the cuts come, people will be dropped from the insurance? It won't happen for 2 years. So what's so important?
Some of these folks are out of office by then.
What is so important? So they're going to spend $125 million in 30 million in food stamps. 27 million in healthcare and 50 million to provide rural healthcare providers money. And we have not. You know what you need to do? Fix medical malpractice in this state. That's what you need to do.
Well, they also gave $6 million to public broadcasting.
In the state.
Yes.
So why is my money going to public broadcasting? Why is my money going to public broadcasting? So $125 million plan, and our roads are still crap in southeast New Mexico. We have people dying on our roads because you will not install 4-lane highways, but you can spend $125 million basically on welfare recipients. That's exactly what you're doing.
Yep.
And as far as rural health care, I get it. Fix the medical malpractice, and then we'll be able to get more practitioners.
Yeah.
So they're just spending the money. All it is a shot at Trump saying, look at me. We got extra money. You can cut whatever, but we're going to fix it.
And I didn't look at how the votes went, but I would be willing to bet these were straight down party lines.
Well, and, usually KRQE does a excellent job.
No,
but I did not see anything
There's
about
one
the session.
There's one
story. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. But it doesn't even talk about the $125 million that was allocated. That vote, they didn't even include it.
Right.
Democrats demand $200 billion for illegal aliens over a decade to reopen the government. That's what they're asking for. They continue to lie to the people when they're asked. But that's what they're asking for, $200 billion for illegal aliens. Next time you think about the Democrats have your back, they really don't have your back. But you know what? President Trump's like, okay, now I'll get done what I need to get done. I am going to reshape the federal government during this shutdown. He has the ability to do so.
Yep.
Some people will not be going back to work after this shutdown. They will get their pink slip.
Ooh.
Thank you, Democrats. Thank you. One thing that will happen is that President Trump, when it comes to oil and gas permitting, they are going to continue to move forward with oil and gas permitting throughout the government shutdown. So that is going to happen. They also will allow oil and gas permits and freezes to renewables during the shutdown. So they'll freeze the renewable energies, but the oil and gas permits will continue during the shutdown. Is that what you voted for? Yeah, that's what I voted for. No doubt. Yeah, all these subsidies for clean energy. Why? I mean, if it's such a great thing, why does it need government subsidies?
That's a really good question.
With the exception of something.
I mean, I'm okay with some subsidies, but I'm okay with a subsidy in the form of like a tax break. I'm not ever in favor of the government giving any industry a lot of money to get going.
Look, with the exception of agriculture, because we have lost farmers and ranchers in this state.
And
we're to the point now, do we want to continue to import food from others?
No.
Because the day will come where we will have an EMP or a war, and we're not going to be able to be self-sufficient. That's scary in America. We should be taking care of ourselves. One Democrat voted yesterday to keep the government open, blames the far left groups for the shutdown. His name is Jared Golden. He's a Democrat from Maine. And he said the far left demands are what closed down the government. At least we got one Democrat telling the truth. And Hakeem Jeffries was asked if he would go with a paycheck during the shutdown. And he squirmed. He looked like a hooker in church.
Well, yeah, they can't go without their checks, but they're going to cut off all the servicemen and women and border patrol. And think of how many people that's affecting in this state.
Yeah, they asked Ruben Gallego from Arizona if he was going to give back his paycheck. And he said, look, I'm not a wealthy guy. I am not a wealthy guy. I have 3 kids and I'm not wealthy. Well, what about everybody else? If Congress, if our military is not going to get their check, they have kids too.
Right.
So they should follow along and do the same thing. You should accept your check if our military is not going to take your check. I'm just saying.
Congress and senators should be the first ones without a check. If they're voting or not voting and it shuts the government down, they should be the first one to lose their checks.
They should be the first. And you know what really gets me is that these people will lie and lie and, well, I can't do without my check, but everybody else is supposed to do without their check.
Yeah. Again, rules for thee and not for me. That's the way they look at it.
Speaking of the military, let me just say this much. I'm sick and tired of you bunch of babies on Facebook, you members of the military that are on Facebook saying, I'm not going to shave my beard. I'm not going to do this. Well, don't. I think the Secretary of War was very clear when he said, if you don't like it, get out. Do the right thing. Get out.
Amen.
Well,
you got women on Facebook complaining that, oh no, I'm not going to have clear nails. You can count on that. I'm not going to have clear nails.
It's part of the how that works. It's part of the uniform. You know, and as far
Standards.
as yes, and as far as beards on men go, unless you're in special ops, right? They have a whole different set of rules.
That's a little different. You have to.
The reason that you're supposed to be clean shaven in the military, and your mustache is not supposed to extend beyond whatever the measurements are, is the same thing for like firefighters. We did that for safety reasons. For when you have
members that work in oil and gas industry.
Yes, because
that have to put on
a mask.
Fit mask.
Yes, because it won't seal if you have a beard.
So if you don't like the rules, please get out of the military. Please get out of the military. And I'm sick and tired of seeing people in our military in their uniforms dancing like they're, like they're part of a dance troupe for Jennifer Lopez. I'm serious. I'm tired of all that. I'm sick of it. There should be standards in our military. And you don't see any military in the rest of the world doing silly stuff like that. And you don't want to be part of the military? Don't be part of the military. We are blessed that people are signing up at the highest rate in the history of America, maybe with the exception of World War II. People volunteering to join the military. So if you don't like the rules, get out. Now let me ask, who does the military work for? Men and women in the military. Who do they work for?
Us, the government.
They work for the people of the United States.
Right. But is it a reach to say they work for the president of the United States?
No, not at all. No. He's their commander in chief.
He's the commander in chief. That's what I.
By golly.
There's one thing that I've discovered on TikTok. Any idiot can get their own channel and spread hate and division and lies. I was watching one last night about diversity, equity, and inclusion, calling other people racist. And I'm like, well, is it okay to step on some people? How about we just go for the best candidate? Wouldn't that be nice? Well, that's discriminatory.
How?
Oh, how? Against women and people of color? No, it's not. You're going for the best candidate. Yeah. Best candidate. Best candidate is the best candidate. That's all that matters. All right, we're going to get to the tweet of the day. Blake, if you would, let's get to the price of oil this morning, being brought to you by Wilbanks LLC, serving the oil and gas industry since 1981. 4 decades of experience, quality, reputation. Wilbanks LLC, crane services. They've got a ever-growing fleet. Truck cranes, rough terrain, all-terrain crawlers, ranging from 50 tons to 350 tons. They've got the equipment to support your next project, no matter if it's a wireline, or frac, or plant build, or battery build, compression. They've got the team go to work for you. Call Wilbanks today. It's Wilbanks LLC, 575-746-6318. Wilbanks LLC since 1981.
West Texas Intermediate is up 32 cents at 61.46. Brent crude it's down 32 cents. Brent crude is also down 34 cents at 65.01. Natural gas is off 3 cents at $3.45, and the wholesale cost on a gallon of gasoline is only $1.88 this morning, Kevin.
Oh. Hey, we're going to talk about is the Supreme Court too conservative, and lawmakers in New Mexico want to create standards for vaccinations. We'll get to that story. And a love teacher has been accused of sexually assaulting a 3-year-old boy. I'll dive down into that story coming up in just a second. Monica in the text, 634.
The only thing bothering me about these shutdowns in Congress is Congress getting paid, said the Artesia Breakfast Club fan.
Amen.
Stacy said, good morning, Stacy, by the way. She said, the two biggest questions I keep getting asked at the Roswell Fair is where is Tom A. and where is your studio located at the end of the mountain gods? You should answer those.
Tom is probably at his house in Earlene or Eileen or wherever the hell that little town. I thought it was Idalou.
I thought it was Idalou too.
No, it's Eileen or Earlene or something like that. It's close to Colorado City.
I think
and doing fine. I actually spoke to him yesterday, and as far as our studio, we're broadcasting from the End of the Mountain Gods studio. It's not at the End of the Mountain Gods, but they've got the naming rights for our studio.
Kind of like a football stadium.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like broadcasting from the Bud Light studio.
Yeah, you're not actually at Bud Light. You're at the studio.
But it's they're.
I like how you worded that.
They paid for the naming rights.
Coming back to your neurologist.
But it would be cool. It would be cool if we were there.
Mm-hmm. I was going to tell you, what about Tom A's neurologist?
He said he didn't have a neurologist. I think that yesterday.
Okay. Chip said, good morning. Just a reminder that voting for local offices begins next week. Stop putting in the same people who have been in office for years. It's time to change it up. Get those people in those positions that are wanting to actually change things. Wes Green is chiming in and saying, I love the show. We appreciate you listening, Wes. Tesla truck owner said that 3 Democrats voted with the Republicans. Fetterman was one of them.
That was the first vote.
And by the way, his Fetterman's approval rating among Republicans is better than his approval rating among Democrats.
Yeah.
So Pennsylvania, Fetterman, his approval rating stands at 46, with Pennsylvania voted 46%, and his approval rating with the Republicans is 62%. His approval rating with Democrats is lower than the Republican approval rate. I mean, that's crazy. He's a Democrat. Nuts.
Yeah, it is.
But he's standing for what's right, and he's saying, I'm not going to be part of the loons.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the guy that had shock treatment.
Yeah.
Speaking of loons, and he's better now. God bless. God bless. Common sense. Continue, Monica.
Idalou, Texas is where Tommy is, someone said. And, well, maybe said, did Tom take the Willie bus with him? And no, he didn't. He actually sold it.
He sold it.
And let's see. That's it. Oh.
And for those just tuning in that haven't listened to the show before the last few months, Tom A used to be on our show with us and then retired.
Retard.
It's not Idalou.
It's like 4 months ago.
It's another town. I'll figure it out.
Crazy how fast it's gone by.
I know, right?
Yeah. Tweet of the day. Let's get to the tweet of the day this morning. I got to figure out where I put my stuff. Oh, here we go. Tweet of the day.
Attention, don't let this happen to you. Chicken and rice.
Whoa.
Sorry. Someone sent in a video and I clicked on it. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, he's through that machine, so we can't do volume on it.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear anything.
You're okay.
WWRV ×3.com 988-0392. Affordable, quiet place to park your RV. If you're working or living in Carlsbad, looking for a place to park your RV, look, they have 162 RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps available. It's nice. It's bright. They have lots of lighting around the RV park. They're pet friendly. And they have that high-speed internet that's included in your package that, all utilities including that high-speed internet. Go to the website and check them out. It's WWRV ×3.com, 988-0392. It's the tweet of the day with J.D. Vance.
Democrats say that they care a lot about lowering health care costs, and yet when the president took historic action to work with the drug companies to lower prescription drug prices, the Democrats did nothing to help us. In fact, we would have loved to have the Democrats helping us, but they didn't. They talk about doing something. They don't actually do the hard work of making it happen. What they have done instead is to shut down the government because we won't give billions of dollars to health care funding for illegal aliens. That is what has actually happened. To the American people who are watching, the reason your government is shut down at this very minute is because, despite the fact that the overwhelming majority of congressional Republicans and even a few moderate Democrats supported opening the government, the Chuck Schumer AOC wing of the Democratic Party shut down the government because they said to us, we will open the government, but only if you give billions of dollars of funding for health care for illegal aliens. That's a ridiculous proposition. Let me say two other quick things, and then again, I'll take some questions. Number one, we all understand that Democrats and Republicans have policy disagreements. The Democrats want to do things. Look, when Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries were in here a couple of days ago, they made some suggestions that the president was more than happy to say, yes, let's sit down and talk about how we can solve the health care crisis that we inherited from the Biden administration. But it's one thing to say that we should solve the health care crisis for Americans. It's another thing to say that we're going to shut down the government unless we give the Democrats every single thing that they want, which, as Caroline says, includes giving billions of dollars of taxpayer funding for health care for illegal migrants. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, total ridiculous. All right, we'll get to a bunch of sound bites about the shutdown coming up in a second. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by buddies at Wakefield Oil. They got 40 years of experience serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality service, dependable, boom or bust. Look, they can deliver on-road or off-road unleaded, diesel, DEF value, also interstate batteries. Give them a call, 575-622-4160. Go to the website. It's wakefieldoil.com. My thought for the day is fall is my second favorite F word. My thought for the day on a Thursday. All right, 19 minutes away from 7 o'clock. We'll get into the shutdown discussion coming up in a second. That is the question of the day. Shutdown affected you in any way? Love to hear from you. Lawmakers in New Mexico debating to create a statewide standard for vaccines. Senate Bill 3 at the special session for adults and children. Can adults make up their own mind?
Mm-hmm.
Senator Linda Lopez, Democrat, introduced a bill. If passed, it would change the vaccine recommendations. And that's the key word, recommendations. By the way, the Trump administration came out earlier this year and said it's a parental choice if they want to vaccinate their kids or not. And see, this is all about everything Trump does. Mm-hmm. The Democrats in this state want to reverse whatever he does. That's what this is about. Nothing more. Trump could cure cancer and they would want to change it. The Democrats in this state. They would. 43% of Americans say the Supreme Court is too conservative. 36% say it's about right. Courts, 42% approval rating. What's Congress's approval rating? 13%.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think it's under 20.
Yeah, it's at 12 or 13%. So, still, Supreme Court has an approval rating of 42%. So that's not very low. I mean, look at the presidential approval rating is under 50%. So that's probably about right. A Lubbock mother claims that her 3-year-old son's teacher sexually assaulted him while multiple times in the classroom. A 3-year-old goes to school. That's the early
yes,
learning program.
Yes.
Pre-K, yeah.
So this happened in Lubbock. Lawsuit alleges the Lubbock ISD knew the safety concerns related to this teacher and allowed her to continue teaching in the class and failed to report the abuse. By the way, the mother is going by Jane Doe, claims in a lawsuit that the pre-K teacher, Samantha Reasoner, sexually abused and assaulted her little boy on more than one occasion during nap time at Nat Williams Elementary School last month. The mother's attorney, Lainey Pierce, said that the claims, announced the claims at a news conference yesterday. The legal team has filed a lawsuit against the Lubbock ISD. And also out of Texas this morning, Ector County jury found a man guilty of murder and sentenced him to life in prison. Billy Campbell found guilty of murder and got that life sentence plus $10,000. His case dates back all the way to 2021 after they reportedly found his 85-year-old mother dead in her bed. She had cuts all over her body and bruises all over her body. Campbell had been investigated before about being abusive towards his mother. The autopsy later showed broken bones, neglect, and blunt force trauma. He is going to spend the rest of his life in prison. And guess what? Greta's flotilla is back in Israel. They saved her again. Israel intercepted Greta's flotilla as she is protesting for a Palestinian state. And yesterday in Santa Fe, during the special session, protesters showed up to the Roundhouse to protest ICE. ICE, baby. Yes. So I looked at how many people. It was like maybe 25, 30 people. It wasn't a whole bunch.
Right.
And they want the state of New Mexico to kick ICE and Border Patrol out of the state.
That ain't going to happen.
You guys are begging for federal funds to go away. By the way, who is the what state takes the per capita the largest amount of federal money, more than any other state?
New Mexico.
New Mexico. So we are on the teat, and we're taking the biggest part.
Yep.
Guess who's going to the Super Bowl after Bad Bunny announced that he was going to be at the Super Bowl?
Taylor Swift.
Border Patrol. Border Patrol is going to be there. And ICE agents. They announced yesterday, well, we're going to show up also.
Where is it this year?
I have no idea.
Is it in Phoenix?
Super Bowl?
Is it in Phoenix this year?
I don't know. Hey, Siri. Where is Super Bowl 2026?
Santa Clara, California.
Even better.
Clara, California.
Even better.
Yeah, Santa Clara. And Bad Bunny, of course, said he wasn't going to perform in America because of our racist
you can't
attitudes.
Look, he's a leftist. You can't hold him to keeping his word.
I hope he comes in a really nice dress this Super Bowl. I really do. And an Albuquerque man is accused of killing. Looks like he's got other charges brought against him. So the man, Albuquerque murder suspect, is now facing new charges in a separate case after police say he shot a man in an attempt to rob the man. Those court documents filed Monday. The biggest, why was this guy locked up? He's a murder suspect. So Austin Olem, 18 years old, currently remains behind bars after police say he shot and killed 17-year-old Angelo Tafoya at the Ridge Apartments in Albuquerque on September 16th. Olem and Tafoya negotiated a deal to exchange marijuana for a gun, and that's when Olem opened fire. Court documents show that Olem now faces new charges of trying to rob somebody and then shooting a man on September 16th, the same day that the shooting happened that killed Tafoya. According to the criminal complaint, Olem went to the park to buy liquor from a man, because that's where you usually buy liquor, right? At a park?
No.
So, I mean, when I need liquor, that's where I'm going. I'm going to a park. And ended up shooting. Olem has been charged with attempted to commit a felony and first-degree murder charges and others, and he's only 18 years of age. Monica, how old do you think the world's oldest woman is?
115.
She's 117 years young.
Wow.
And she thanks 6 healthy aging secrets. Or to longevity. Here's the 6.
Okay.
Stay in contact with your family and friends. Contact with nature.
Okay.
Emotional stability.
Okay.
Don't worry. No regrets. And lots of positivity and staying away from toxic people. By the way, she was born in San Francisco and moved from Spain to San Francisco. And she is the world's oldest woman.
There's some wisdom in there.
117 years of age.
The staying away from toxic people thing is pretty.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I look, I do my best. I don't like drama. I don't want drama in my life. I had many years of drama in my life. I don't want drama in my life. And so if you got drama, I'm probably going to distance myself from you.
Yep.
With good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, with good reason. Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. They're in Carlsbad and in Loving. Dry cleaning, pressing, starching. They just drop off all your clothes. They'll do your wash, dry, and fold, your starching. They'll take care of everything. And if you want to take care of your own clothes, not a problem. They have coin-operated machines open 7 days a week. And, coin-operated machines for oily clothes, oil-fill clothes, and regular clothes. 609 West Lee in Carlsbad, 604 West Church in Carlsbad, 406 West Cedar in Loving. Check them out today. All right, let's take a deep dive. Monica, we'll come back to you up next. Deep dive into this shutdown. Representative Shiri Thandar. You probably remember that guy. That guy put out a video earlier this year that was very popular. He is the guy that came here from India, and he's talking about the shutdown.
Returning back to Detroit this morning after the Republicans failed to show up in the U.S. House. We got to make sure Americans have the health care that they need. And if that means we got to shut this government down, so be it.
We need that. Speaking of healthcare, I got to get on the phone with people because my Medicare did not pay for my visit to the emergency room. So I got a $4,000 bill. I don't know why my insurance, Medicare, should be the gold standard in this country.
Yeah, it should.
We paid for it. It should be. Democrats very, very upset, and they're blowing the panic whistle, I do believe. Cut number 1B.
It's deeply offensive that the president is threatening to fire federal workers if we can't reach an agreement without offering any meaningful solutions here. The president continues to threaten those workers, but please know, if you're a civil servant in the state of Maryland, know that we have your back as a team. That's why we're here today, to announce all the ways that our offices can continue to deliver for you each and every day. The federal government might be shut down, but our offices are working. We will answer every phone call. We will respond to.
By the way, the memo that went out from the Democrats is express that we are working and Republicans are on vacation. I've heard that from multiple people. Nancy Pelosi talked about the shutdown. Nancy Pelosi was like, AOC didn't say that. Yeah, well, yes, she did. Here's Nancy Pelosi.
There was a thought from the Republicans that AOC is directing this, and she said that senators are welcome to go to her office directly. Is she driving that?
Why are you saying such a ridiculous thing?
I'm just quoting what AOC said. She said go to her office directly. Do you think there's any credibility to that?
She's not directing this. She's wonderful. She's a real team player and the rest of that. You started by saying Republicans saying that she's directing this. She is not. Hakeem Jeffries is. And this takes a lot of experience, a lot of unity from the caucus in terms of the point of view. And that's what this is. She's an articulate
thank you.
Spokesperson for her point of view.
Thank you, Nancy. Can we roll the tape from AOC cut number 1D? I think she said, come to my office. I think that's what she said. Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, my office is open and you are free to walk in and negotiate with me directly. Because what I'm not going to do is tolerate 4 million uninsured Americans because Donald Trump decided one day that he wants to just make sure that kids are dying because they don't have access to insurance. That's what's not going to happen. And so if those senators think that we're having a shutdown because of me, they're free to enter my office and negotiate, because what we're not going to do is
negotiate with
all of millions of people in this country to not be able to afford their insulin and their chemotherapy. So
AOC is in charge. AOC is in charge. All right, let's break down the numbers, if you would, because I like doing. How many people live in the America?
350 million-ish.
Okay, so this is about 4 million Americans that don't have insurance.
No, those aren't Americans.
Well, but let's just go along with the narrative.
Okay.
330 million, 350 million, and we're worried about 4 million. By the way, me personally, I did without insurance. It's not a constitutional right to have insurance.
No.
It's good to have. Don't get me wrong. Hopefully, the insurance pays when you go to the emergency room, but it is not a constitutional right that you have insurance.
No.
Right.
And we're fighting for 4 million people. They want $200 billion for health care for illegal aliens over the next 10 years.
That's 1.14%. 1.14%.
Yeah, that's what they're fighting about. That's why they've shut down the government. And Chuck Schumer is going along with it. You know why? Let J.D. Vance tell you why. Chuck he's scared of AOC.
Let's be honest about the politics, is that Chuck Schumer is terrified she's going to get a primary challenge from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The reason why the American people's government is shut down is because Chuck Schumer is listening to the far-left radicals in his own party because he's terrified of a primary challenge. So I'd invite Chuck Schumer to join the moderate Democrats and 52 Senate Republicans, do the right thing, open up the people's government, and then let's fix health care policy for the American people.
Amen. Amen. All right. Just before 7 o'clock, we are live and all over the place this morning.
Hey,
over the place.
Did you hear the message that is on the White House phone?
Yeah. Did we not play that one?
No.
We didn't play that one?
No,
we played that one. So,
this is ultimate trolling.
Cut number one. Yeah, the message is it is the Schumer shutdown.
Make him call it.
Thank you for calling the White House comment line. Hello, America. This is White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. Democrats in Congress have shut down the federal government because they care more about funding health care for illegal immigrants than they care about serving you, the American people. Until Democrats vote for the clean, Republican-backed continuing resolution to reopen the government, the White House is unable to answer your call or respond to your questions. We look forward to hearing from you again very soon. And in the meantime, please know President Trump will never stop fighting for you. Thank you, and God bless you.
That's awesome.
That's on their answering machine.
And a lot of people think that this is all petty, and the whole deal with the sombrero was petty, and Trump putting out the Trump 2028.
I got one of those up here. It's not the one you tried to send, but I went and grabbed one real quick. I couldn't listen to the whole thing, but it looks like it played, and I can put that up if you want. This is untested, but I do have it. It's with him on MSNBC talking, and it's from the real Donald Trump account. So if you want it, we can play it. And if you got video, you need to watch it.
Yeah, go ahead. Play that one. Yeah, that's the one that TikTok took. Yeah, that's the one that TikTok put down. Go ahead and play that for me.
All right, here you go.
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
It's funny.
Yeah, that's the one TikTok took down.
Oh, wow.
TikTok took it down. I still don't understand. And they said they had 80 days to respond to my...
well, in the tagline on the bottom, you couldn't see it because...
took it down and it wasn't merited and does not go against community standards.
No, our Be in the Breakfast Club logo was over it, but On MSNBC.
Generated.
Yeah, and it says on MSNBC, it says Trump posts racist AI video after White House meeting.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, it was funny.
Yeah, look, is it really, what part of that is racist?
Well,
what part of it is racist? I'm trying to get you the one. I'm trying to get you the one that I know my Dropbox is not working correctly. I'm going to sign off the Wi-Fi and do it on the phone. See if that helps to cause any. Hopefully it does. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Over 1,000 guns in stock, handguns, rifles, and shotguns. Looking for personal protection. They have lethal and non-lethal personal protection. Find the right gun today at Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. By the way, if you're in Roswell for the fair, stop in and check them out. Largest selection of guns, handguns, rifles, shotguns, lethal and non-lethal personal protection, ammo, cleaning supplies. Let them tune up your bow. And if you're starting to hunt and your rig it's not up to your standards and you're looking for a brand new rig, trade in your old rig to get you set up for a new rig. 575-622-0023. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Don't forget, closed on Saturday, always open on Sunday. Check them out. We'll talk about a woman in Albuquerque used her son as a shield. We'll get to that. And the keys to the kingdom have been handed over to Donald Trump. And we got to talk about human remains found in Artesia. We'll get to that and an investigation into Epstein's ranch in New Mexico. We'll get to all of those stories coming up next. We're straight up 7 o'clock. Text line 877-396-W105. Monica?
I like how professional J.D. Vance is compared to Kamala. And good morning, Monica and you guys. May y'all have a great and blessed new thankful Thursday. You as well. Have a wonderful Thursday. If Trump told the country not to drink pee, libtards would be guzzling that stuff faster than they could get it out. And this person said Bad Bunny is an American citizen, B.
Well, he is a Puerto Rican that hates America. Like a lot of Puerto Ricans. We got good Puerto Ricans. We got bad Puerto Ricans. A lot of Puerto Ricans, they love being Puerto Ricans. They don't like being American citizens. How many times has Puerto Rico voted not to become a state?
3.
3 different occasions. 3. That proves my point.
Good morning. I don't know who Bad Bunny is, but if what I'm reading is true, I'll be boycotting the Super Bowl. Go Cowboys, go Chiefs.
Neither one of them are going to be there.
This is Little E. I love this show. I listen to it every day, but yeah, just wanted to tell you guys that. Jerry Jones has released a statement that if the NFL doesn't remove Bad Bunny, they will go on a player strike, says Chip. How true is that?
Jerry Jones doesn't do the player strike.
That they will not be at the Super Bowl if Bad Bunny performs.
Well, they're not going to be there anyway, so...
Okay, I just now got the joke. Pobrecito says, it's funny how Bad Bunny triggers you guys more than the mess that Taco...
Bad Bunny doesn't trigger me in any way. I haven't watched the Super Bowl in 20 years, so it really doesn't matter to me. But, standards. I am more for American standards nowadays. What happened to our standards in America?
Yeah.
A dude in a dress. That's why you dig him, right?
Yeah.
Because he likes to wear women's clothes. Is that why you dig him?
Pobrecito.
That's why you like
Opened
him.
up your
Yeah,
mouth.
you like the pumps he's wearing, right? And the little short pink skirt.
I'm sure
That's what you look up to, Pobrecito.
I'm sure they, them, Portacito does.
Pobrecito. Anywho, he said a recession is coming out, but he's doing great. Golden era.
The recession is coming down. Do you not know anything about economics?
He doesn't. They don't.
It's obvious.
I hope you wash your hair today.
Yeah.
Nancy shouldn't care. The stock market is still going up, said a texter.
See?
And James Brown sent in some pictures of a rattlesnake for you to see.
Ew, good.
Eric says Mexican is not a race, it's a nationality.
Amen.
And the Spanish are white Europeans. The video is not racist. Democrats are not just ignorant, but stupid too. And it's funny.
I know white people that will wear a sombrero because you know what? There is a hat that looks a lot like a sombrero that they wear in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Jeffro says it's funny how Jeffro, I was just talking about how I think that you're a white guy because of some of the things that you say. It's funny how poor Lecito simps for transgenders, he said. That's funny.
Jeffro, the white guy, Spanish speaker.
So wait, there's Jeff in the Patch, and then there's Jeffro. Jeff in the Patch is Hispanic.
Jeffro is also in the Patch, but
Eres gringo, Jeffro?
long-term friend. That's my go-to guy. If anybody ever comes after me, Jeffro's the first call.
Hey, he's got your back all the way back.
Jeffro's the first call, and he's bringing the army.
Amen. And who in the HE double hockey sticks is Bad Bunny? Said a texter.
That's the question a lot of people are asking.
The Bible says Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Two Notch says agreed. And yeah, let me see this picture. If the government is shut down, does that mean that game wardens aren't working?
No, they're working. They're just not getting paid. That's the thing. They're working.
Oh, so I have it backwards. Jeff from the Patch is the white boy, and Jeffro is the Mexicano.
I
don't know.
He's a white boy.
Y'all let us know.
Jeffro is a white boy.
Jeffro is a white boy.
Things that concern Monica is
no, honestly,
the
because
rest of the texture.
No, because a lot of times they'll send like some things in Spanish, like they'll say some Spanish words.
Because they work in the Patch. Almost everybody that works in the Patch is bilingual.
Almost. Anyways, I have fun trying to figure them out, picturing what they are, picturing what they're. Yeah.
Patrick.
Not like that.
Patrick, you need to rein in your girl.
If you're looking for like the militia leader, that would be Jeffro.
Jeffro.
I'm not going to mention his real name.
Jeff from the Patch. I'm a white boy. Jeffro says, oh, so y'all are both white boys. I gotcha. All right. And this one sent in a picture. It's a good thing farting isn't contagious like yawning is, said a texter. Okay. Stop laughing. Oh, wait. We got another one. Pobrecito. I don't pretend to know everything like you, Blake. That's why I listen to the experts, and a lot of them are talking about a recession. But I guess you know more than them. Tell him, Blake. You tell him.
Yes. In some cases, yes. You know what politicians care about? They don't care about recession. They don't care about anything. Most of them care about lining their damn pockets. Case in point, Nancy Pelosi. Case in point, Chuck Schumer. Look them both up. Look at their financial wealth and how much money they've made on the backs of me and you. Just look them up. And there are Republicans the same way. Same way. Mitch McConnell. He would be on the top of the list.
Yeah.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. They've got you covered. Construction, metal buildings. And also, they've got commercial metal buildings, industrial metal buildings. And if you've got a project, you're thinking about putting up a carport or, maybe you need a garage, whatever it is, they can take care of that with a patio, metal buildings. Yeah, they can do those type of projects also. And they can remodel the outside of your house with new windows, new siding, new doors, seamless gutters. They can do all of those projects. And if you still haven't taken care of your roof from the last hail damage, give them a call, 575-391-1430, Seminole Siding and Construction.com. Couple more stories before we take a break. Human remains that were found near the railroad train tracks in Artesia.
Yes.
Police say they were called to 300 North 1st Street on September 29th. The train engineer discovered a portion of a skeletal remain near the track. Law enforcement searched the area, discovered additional human remains behind the Baker and Stevens Tire Company. And they are ongoing story. They have sent everything off to the University of New Mexico laboratory. And we'll see ongoing story. That's pretty much all we know. at this time. Lawmakers in New Mexico, it's actually the federal lawmakers continue to debate the potential release of the Epstein files, but it looks like State Representative Ana Romero, Democrat from Santa Fe, says she plans to introduce a bill in January to establish a call for a truth-finding commission to look into the Zorro Ranch that was owned by Jeffrey Epstein about 30 miles away from Santa Fe.
Yeah.
And by the way, let's open that up, Ana Romero. Let's open it up. Let's see if your hero, former Governor Bill Richardson, is involved in that. And who else is involved in that? Could it be your leader?
The current governor.
The current governor. Just thinking. Albuquerque woman, how a sad human being. Albuquerque police say a woman used her 3-year-old son to shield herself from officers last week. They were called to the Target on Paso about 2 shoplifters. The targeted assets protection employees said that Caitlin Jacobs and Vista Scott stole more than $2,000 worth of merchandise. When officers arrived there, they ran from the store. And when the police tried to grab the woman, she shielded herself with her son and held him in front of her. Scott and Jacobs eventually were both arrested. They've got multiple charges against them. And you can expect that this is not their first run-in with the law. That's for sure. And a federal audit. I left this last story for the best because I always hear people, somebody told me on social media yesterday, illegals can't get Medicaid. Oh, please do tell, because a federal audit yesterday was released. Emergency Medicaid undercut the Democrats' push for illegal immigrant health care. Past federal audit, it does show that illegals were given health care in the tune of $52 million in one state. That was California. By the way, they believe other states have done the same, and they are starting an investigation. New Mexico, they're coming for you. Just saying, they're coming for you next. 7-Eleven morning show this morning, being brought to you by our buddies at Finn's in Artesia. They've got super savings going on right now, like chicken breast and breast tenders, $2.49 a pound. Cooked shrimp, $6.99 a pound. Also, beef bottom round roast, $5.99 a pound. And the Boston butt pork roast, $1.77 a pound. Honeycrisp apples, $1 a pound. Also get the squash, it's fresh, $1 a pound. Avocados, $1 each. And Dole Garden salad, 12-ounce bag, just $1. Also, Red Diamond iced tea, 2 gallons for $6. And of course, in the produce department, they have everything that you're looking for. And cold beer and refreshments, Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, $6.99 for a 12-pack. Get it today. 7:12, 12 minutes after 7. We're running late this morning. I think we're running really late. Yeah, running late, being brought to you by Pop's Power Washing, 11 years, and Eric's never been late in oil patch. Nope, he can clean up your spills and your oil field equipment and take care of your fleet at the same time. Call Eric, 704-0330. Pop's Power Washing, 11 years, and Eric has never been late. Check him out today. Already 7:12, we're taking a break. We're being the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. Both New Mexico Senators Ben Ray Lujan and Martin Heinrich, and all 3 congresspersons, Melanie Stansbury, Gabe Vasquez, and Teresa Ledger Fernandez, voted to close down the government and put at risk the paychecks for New Mexican service members, police, and Border Patrol agents. The vote also stalls disaster relief, cuts off critical support for veterans, farmers, and small businesses. Republicans, who have offered a continuing resolution to keep the government open at current spending levels so that budget discussions can take place, said the move is nothing more than political gamesmanship in a Democratic effort to add trillions of dollars in spending, health care for illegal foreigners, strip funding for rural hospitals, and restore funding to public broadcasting. Democrats say everyone in the country deserves health care. Vasquez released a statement saying, quote, "This shutdown will harm millions of Americans, but so will allowing Republicans to permanently close rural hospitals in our district and kick millions off their health insurance." In an area of the nuclear waste repository between Hobbs and Carlsbad, where mined salt is stored underground before being brought to the surface and disposed of, was repaired after a multi-year effort that officials said will improve operations. The pocket was found in disrepair and in danger of failure last year, and the federal and government embarked on a one-year, $15 million project to replace the structural steel eroded by salt in the underground. And the Artesia Police Department says human remains were found on Monday near train tracks in the area of 300 North 1st Street after a BNSF train engineer reported discovering a portion of skeletal remains. Law enforcement searched the area and discovered additional human remains behind the old Baker and Stevens Tire Company building. Police say the remains were taken to the University of New Mexico Laboratory of Human Osteology for examination, and preliminary investigation suggests the remains may have been there for more than a year. On Tuesday, cadaver dogs were used at the scene to continue searching for evidence. Anyone with information is asked to call 575-746-5000. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Hope, a timeless promise. More than whispered dreams, it's the pulse of renewed life. In today's world of neglected animals, forgotten promises, and endless demands, how often do we see a second chance? Picture a different scene, a field of grace, horses galloping with newfound freedom. A gentle hand, a loving heart, and the world's burdens lifting away. This isn't a dream. It's what Roadrunner Horse and Livestock Rescue offers. While their fields house horses, their spirit offers much more. Unparalleled moments of healing. There's a saying, every life deserves a second chance. They believe every moment counts. Lives transformed, futures rewritten, and the best tales often start with compassion. Join this journey with them. Roadrunner Horse and Livestock Rescue, nestled in the heart of Artesia, New Mexico. Offering a chance for you to join their mission, either by owning one of these beautiful animals or by donating to further what Roadrunner is doing right here in southeast New Mexico. Every renewed life begins with a simple act. Just add love.
Don't miss Roadrunner Horse and Livestock Rescue's sale of over 200 horses, October 11th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 1002 South 41st Street, Artesia, New Mexico.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherlands.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood, to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's has what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
Big changes are happening at the Lee County Event Center. They're undergoing a major renovation to bring you a better, more modern venue, inside and out. While the arena is temporarily closed during construction, they're still open for business. The banquet halls remain available and ready to host your next event. From safety meetings and corporate training to baby showers, birthday parties, and wedding receptions, the Lee County Event Center can accommodate you. Need space, service, and support? They have you covered with flexible rooms, affordable rates, and a professional team that cares. Conveniently located in Hobbs, New Mexico on the Lovington Highway, let them help you plan your perfect event during this exciting time of transformation. Call 575-391-2901 to book today. The Lee County Event Center. The arena is closed, but the banquet halls are open. Your experience is their priority, even during renovation. This Jowl Panthers Sports Report is brought to you by America Supply, located in Hobbs and Jowl, New Mexico.
Looking for oil field, industrial, and safety supplies? Go to America Supply. Need cleaning supplies? America Supply has that too. How about restaurant and food truck supplies? Are you beginning to see a trend here? America Supply carries everything from H2S and quad monitors, fire extinguishers and first aid kits, to safety glasses, vests, FR clothing, fall protection, and gloves of all types. They have your slings and whip checks, your lift straps and cam locks, your adapters, pipe fittings, and threaders. They have many name brands like Lockout, Tagout, Pelican, Milwaukee, Rigid, and so many more. Visit America Supply to find exactly what you're looking for and then some. 502 North Grimes and Hobbs under the Big American Eagle, or call 575-393-3383.
Patrick Alexander here, talking Jowl Panther football. Jowl coming off of a bye week, and before that bye week I talked to Coach Satterwhite, and Coach talked about just really getting his players rested and ready for the rest of the season. This week they're going to take on the 2-3 Texaco Wolverines. Texaco down a little bit from what we're used to, but I would expect a good game in that one.
This Jowl Panthers Sports Report was brought to you by America Supply, located in Hobbs and now open in Jowl, New Mexico.
This show is powered by Permian Ford. Stop by and see Daniel Vellis today.
Absolutely. 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 Absolutely.
No promises, no boasting. Just a bunch of people having fun. Be Monica Blake and you.
Think you'll come again.
Our number 877-396-W105. By the way, football player.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian, come here. I want to show you something. Come right. You got to stand right here. Right here. So, you see
Adrian.
this? This is a national championship helmet. What team do you like? Texas Longhorns. When's the last national championship y'all got?
I like the shrug of the shoulders.
I can't believe he likes that burnt orange. Have a good day at school.
You got to do better
All right,
influence, B.
Yeah, I tried. All right, 877-396-W105. This afternoon, we'll play some, if you got time. He's got practice. These kids are big.
Good.
Allison's over here. She's almost as tall as me.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Grow
Almost.
like weeds.
Yep, exactly. I had 720 morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Find them 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, homegrown and proud of it. Look, if you're at the fair in Roswell for the next week showing animals and you need stuff like feed or whatever it is to show the animals, they probably got it at Roswell Livestock. They're local and homegrown, and they're very proud about being homegrown. And, you've got everything. If you're living on a farm or ranch, trailers, tank, tack, fencing material, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Check them out today. And don't forget, they're also in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. Check them out today. Monica in the text.
2005 was when the Longhorns won the championship.
Yeah. That's been a long time ago.
I love how the Democrats find the dumbest and most dishonest people around and call them the experts. Ain't that right, Pobrecito? And Tracy, a dude, said, I met a very humble Puerto Rican whom I very much respect out here in the patch. I always ask those who are from abroad, what do you not like about America? His response was, Americans complain too much and they're lazy. His reasons was because he came with nothing. He went through some...
Wait a second. Hold up. Puerto Rico's unemployment rate's like 50%, but
Wow.
Americans are lazy. So you're telling me Puerto Ricans are not part of America? Is that what you just said? I think that's what you said. Okay.
He
Continue.
said his reasons he came with nothing, went through some programs and got a college degree and was working in the oil field to further his education. He's likely to be a millionaire, if not now, but soon. And he respects that, says Tracy, a dude.
You ought to respect the people that feed you. That's
How about this? Pass insurance for all illegals, and then the real Americans who pay taxes should have the right to not pay federal taxes. Should we choose? And Cackle Hater said, since 2019, Jay-Z's Rock Nation Entertainment Company has had the contract for Super Bowl halftime shows. Jay-Z is a liberal puke. Sending a non-English speaking performer to play at the Super Bowl is a direct jab at Trump. I would bet right now that
But
the
he
upcoming...
also doesn't Bad Bunny do English music too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does speak English. I mean, he speaks it with a very heavy accent, but he speaks English. I would bet right now that the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show is one of the lowest viewed shows ever. Nobody wants to see a Spanish-speaking performer on what should be an English platform. The Constitutionalist said Bad Bunny was the waiter on Happy Gilmore too. So since the government
Was he?
shut down...
No.
He was the caddy. Jody said he was
Okay.
the caddy, and then another one said...
Travis
Yeah, he
Kelce
was. That's correct.
was the waiter.
Mm-hmm.
He was the caddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since the government shut down, does that mean they won't be taking our federal taxes anymore? And referring to anyone as a white boy is more racist than what the Democrats are crying about with the sombrero, LOL. American.
Well, the difference is white people don't get offended.
Correct.
That yeah, you can call me a cracker, you can call me a white boy. I don't care. I don't care. By the way, if you come to the fair tonight, you call me a white boy. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you know what? I look at myself and go, yeah, I am white. Okay.
I'm more of a peach, but yeah, go ahead. Pink.
That's okay. I'm not going to watch Bad Bunny anyway. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl, but during Bad Bunny, I'll be eating dinner, said Gary from the Patch. Brian from Albuquerque said, good morning, guys. I'll second that. Who the heck is Bad Bunny? LOL. Jody, that's when Jody said Bad Bunny was Adam Sandler's caddy on Happy Gilmore 2. And
I do remember that.
Bad Bunny was the waiter and the caddy, said Tesla truck owner.
Oh, yeah, because Kelsey picked on him. And that's how he became the caddy.
Okay. And good morning, you guys. For those of y'all in the Patch that used to work for Marenco Drilling, did you guys hear that Mrs. Bonnie Moran passed away yesterday? She was a good lady and did a lot of good for our community. Oh, my condolences to you. This texter just sent in Texas Tech 100. No shorthorns. LOL.
Get them stirred up.
And Uncle Mike says, when I signed up for Social Security, there were a bunch of beaners there signing up as well. They couldn't speak a lick of English.
Well, if they come over here and they work and they pay into it, they have the right to, they have the right to get Social Security, depending on how much money they put into it.
Steeler64 said, I think all Democrats could use a good shock treatment once in a while.
By the way, I want to say something before we get the messages. Uncle Mike is an Hispanic gentleman. The person reading the text is Hispanic. Yeah, before the text come in. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Uncle Mike is a Hispanic gentleman who looks like Randy Travis.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I'll have to show you pics. Bad Bunny has good music.
Before the stroke or after the stroke?
Before the stroke.
Hey, he could get gigs doing the lookalike thing.
Growing up, that's what we would always call him, Theo Randy. But anyways, Bad Bunny has good music, and he was good once upon a time until he started doing all the extra stuff. I will agree with that. Bad Bunny does have some catchy music, catchy songs. Do I like him? Do I approve? Nah, I don't care. But I still like his music. And that's it for the text line.
How much of it does he write himself?
Looks like
probably none of it.
Yeah, it looks like a recent study shows that over half of low-income American households have sacrificed food and groceries within the past year to pay their utility bills.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm wondering if these folks are considering farming, as a way to supplement their food.
Look, everyone should have a backyard garden if you have the ability at all.
I'm just saying there's no sense in buying food to go in the fridge if the fridge is warm.
Yep.
And by the way, people that are low income in this country, they are on assistance. So I'm not buying into this. If you would say middle class Americans had trouble meeting their bills because the cost of energy is also going up over the last 10 years. A 3-year-old boy in Washington stumbled upon a live grenade from World War II while playing in his front yard. They carried it inside to show his parents. Like every typical toddler, he threw a tantrum when they took it away from him. Yeah, the parents immediately raised their hand and said, you can have whatever you want for Christmas. And then they called the fire department to come and check out the live grenade. How many books has Kamala Harris's 107 Days sold?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I bet it sold a few right at the beginning.
Well,
I'm going to say
350,000.
How many?
350,000.
Yeah,
350,000.
That was more than I would have thought.
And part of that is, remember, they advance book. And those books actually aren't sold, but they count them as being sold.
Oh, well, that's 100,000 of them right there.
Yeah, so 350 copies of the book. Who is buying Kamala Harris's book?
Lefties.
I just don't.
Well, people
And
who
Nepal,
want to see where she's blaming people, because that's all it is a book about blaming everybody else.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nepal has selected their latest Kumari. It is a living child goddess revered by Hindus and Buddhists. And for years, 2-year-old, her name is Arinka Shenka, will be residing in the Temple Palace and will be shown off at festivals. And by the way, people will bring her gifts and worship her in Nepal. Congratulations to the 2-year-old. Free gifts are always good. Yes. Portland, Oregon. What a beautiful place. You know, when Trump was saying he was going to send federal workers and our military to protect the ICE facility, politicians were going, well, we don't have a problem. There are no problems in Portland. What problems are you talking about? I mean, you're talking about where they took over entire four city blocks? No, not it. But police are seeking the public's help finding a woman accused of an assault near the immigration and ICE enforcement building in Portland. And part of the reason they're thinking about sending in the federal troops is because the criminals aren't getting handcuffed. You know who's handcuffed? The police. They have been told not to make arrest. So the police have been handcuffed, not the criminals. They're putting the handcuffs on the police. Russell Lozada, 56 years old, pled guilty to grand larceny. His crime, he stole a tow truck. Yeah, they were repoing his vehicle, and he stole the tow truck.
Yeah, don't do that.
His plea deal was to avoid prison time, calling for 3 years probation, fines, and maybe get some anger management help. That would be nice. Anger management is always good. And President Trump ramping up trolling with the, we played that, the House comment.
Yeah.
Look, you can either take a joke or not take a joke. And, you know, some people are saying, well, this is not funny times. It's still funny. And we still have to find brevity and humor in most everything.
Yeah, but leftists don't have a sense of humor.
I guess not. All right, we'll get to Charlemagne the God coming up next. A cut from him. He's talking about Biden. Did Biden lie?
Did the staff around Biden lie?
Oh, they all lied. I don't remember Brett Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court justice. Was there an attempt on his life? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't either.
But after Nicholas Roski was incarcerated for allegedly attempting to assassinate Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, his mother discovered a hospital discharge paper in his unemptied suitcase with the name Sophie Roski on the page. This is when several of the pieces of the puzzle started to come together. Roski's mother told the judge in a character reference that one of several by family members and friends urged the judge to consider this transgender identity as the reason why he attempted to shoot Kavanaugh. So the mother is saying you have to find leniency because he was just discovering himself and his transgender identity. By the way, the government is seeking 30 years in prison for Nicholas Roski, whose defense attorney is saying should not. They want him to go by female pronouns now, and his name is Sophie. Sophie, and not Nicholas. Couldn't you just call yourself Nikki? That way it would go for both male and female. I mean, that would have been easier, correct?
Yeah, it'd be easy.
I think it'd be easier. And Democrat Attorney General from 22 states are suing the Trump administration for denying federal funds for victims of violent crimes who are illegal aliens. Wait a second. I thought illegal aliens didn't get benefits. What are you saying? You say that with one side of your face, and the other side of your face, you're suing the federal government to give benefits. Just seems like, it's out in the open too. It's way out in the open. And Monica, have you ever heard the phrase that age ain't got nothing, it's just a number?
Age ain't nothing but a number. Yep.
33-year-old Midland, Texas man has been charged with online solicitation of a minor after the minor told police about a social media contact. She's 14 years of age. According to the affidavit, Midland police received a report September 22nd from the parent who found suspicious Instagram messages on their daughter's phone from a user that went by the name Venom Veins. Investigators say the account belonged to Joshua Padilla, who sent messages and described sexual intent and actually sent the girl other photos. Police say Padilla acknowledged the girl's age in a message and wrote that age is just a number. Love is much more important. By the way, the parents are now wanting charges to be pressed, and of course charges are going to be pressed. By the way, he promised that he wouldn't get her pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
He actually told her to stay home sick from school on Monday so they could get together, and he said, I will wear a condom. So he has been charged with solicitation of a minor. He's 33 years of age. Big Bubba's waiting for you, brother. Big Bubba can't wait. He's waiting on you. Wow. Did you guys see the video from Arizona, the bear that went inside the Arizona grocery store, went in through the front door, walked around, and then exited the building? This happened over the weekend. The bear, it was at the Fry grocery store in Oro Valley, Arizona. Ran in, looked around, went, oh, bananas on our sale. I got to get the hell out of here. By the way, people were able to capture that on their video, and I'm sure it scared the heck out of some people. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And the Trump administration is pulling back $18 billion from New York City's infrastructure project, putting that on hold, putting the project on hold. Democrats are screaming, see, a president should not have the right to pick and choose what projects to approve and not approve based on if that city's a sanctuary city or not. It's not like that's never happened before, right?
No.
By the way, New Mexico, you're probably on the list next.
I would imagine.
Probably. Yeah, it's probably coming down the pike.
I bet that the states that they're looking at to do that is New Mexico, Colorado, California, Illinois, etc.
Washington State, Oregon, all those states.
Yep.
AOC. AOC saying Trump wants to make sure that kids are dying. You know, from a political party that has no problem killing 1 million babies a year with abortion.
Right.
Now they care about kids. Now you care about kids. So AOC saying kids are going to die. What kids are going to die?
The ones they kill.
You know, you can go to whatever hospital you want. I mean, you can go to a hospital right now. They're not going to turn you away. Kids are not dying. Kids are not going to die.
This is just part of the leftist rhetoric. It's like calling Nazis. And if you ask them for a definition, they couldn't even tell you.
Right.
You know,
so
they're going to kill kids. That's just something they say to try to stir fear.
I love causing problems on social media when people say, you know, it's in the Constitution and Trump is voiding the Constitution. I always say, well, what part of the Constitution has been voided? Go ahead and tell me what part. Yeah. And where is DEI included in the Constitution? I'll wait for that all damn night.
Better get a snack because you're going to be waiting for a long time.
No, that's when they end up deleting you. That's what they do. Charlemagne the God. We'll get to that up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror and Grooming Tool ×1 ×5 ×10 magnification. LED lights. This thing travels easy. Comes in with a travel case. The whole thing weighs less than 4 pounds. It's perfect for putting on your makeup, even trimming your beard, guys. The Grooming Tool. 575-631-3189 at lastmakermirror.com. And if you haven't seen them yet, they have just rolled out the brand new pocket mirrors that fit in the back pocket or the bigger one that goes in your purse. And the price on these, you can't beat them. $29.99 and $39.99. Reba McEntire loves her Atlas Makeup Mirror. You know who else? Makeup artists across the United States. They love the Atlas Makeup Mirror. Follow them, Facebook and Instagram. Go to the website. You can order right off the website, atlasmakermirror.com, 575-632-3189. Charlemagne the God says that Joe Biden lied. Well, at least he gets it. Here's Charlemagne.
Yeah. It's just hard to believe y'all, Jamie, now, simply because we know what y'all watched the last 4 years. Even when I see somebody like Corinne Jean-Pierre come out with her book, and I'm like, You sat up there and lied for him all of this time, and now you want to be honest and say you an independent, and it's the same. All of y'all did that for the last 4 years.
Charlemagne, I ain't lie about a damn thing.
Well, you ain't tell the truth.
Well, what?
You just kept quiet.
Okay.
Don't let him talk to you like that, Jay.
No, come on, man.
I think that guy was triggered.
Yeah.
That was a representative from Florida, and I can't think of his
he's
name.
the ex-DNC chair.
Oh.
Jamie.
Jamie,
Yeah.
I didn't lie about nothing. You didn't lie that Joe Biden was cognitively absent?
My favorite part of that was
I didn't lie.
Charlemagne said, well, you didn't tell the truth. And
That's a lie.
He had no
Tell the truth,
comeback
I think
on that.
that's a lie.
Yeah.
Alan Dershowitz talking about the Democratic Party and what is going to happen with the Democratic Party. Here's what he had to say.
He said he's done. He's done with them. Listen to this. Well,
I'm going to be supporting the Republicans in the midterm election. I'm hoping that the Republicans maintain control both of the House and the Senate. The last thing I want is Chuck Schumer to be head of the Senate, or Liz Warren to be chairperson of a committee, or AOC to be chairperson of a committee. The Democrats have not only lost my votes, but they have made me an enemy, essentially, by how they've moved away from American values, Israeli values, and values of decency. So I'm not only no longer a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, but I am a very anti-Democrat. I'm against the Democratic Party. I will do anything to see Mom Donnie defeated.
So I'm wondering how many former Democrats feel the same way.
Right.
Is that number high?
I think it is.
Is there a bunch of people that were Democrats for years and have changed parties? This party is now a young, woke party. It's not, but unfortunately, you got a bunch of woke white women that have bought into the idea about diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's their number one talking point. And they stand up against racism. So discriminating against one group of people is okay, as long as you're taking care of another group of people. That's discrimination. That's the definition of discrimination. The best candidate for whatever job. You're looking for a welder. You know what? You're looking for the best candidate. If you're looking for a doctor, you're looking for the best candidate. And I'm going to say it's a sad situation in America today because we had a bunch of kids that did not get into medical school. We have a bunch of kids that did get in medical school. They applied, but they weren't accepted because they weren't the right color of skin. We could have a doctor that is the best surgeon in the world that didn't get accepted based on color of skin. And I don't care if you're black, brown, yellow, white. That is just wrong, no matter what color you are. Hopefully we can all agree on that. Discrimination is wrong. Doesn't matter what color it's coming from. Just plain wrong. Supreme Court yesterday refused to allow President Trump to remove the Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook from her position, leaving her in place until the justices hear arguments in that case, and that will not be until January. Mandawi having conversations with individual officers after calling the NYPD racist. He also said he wanted to eliminate the NYPD. Now he's not owning that. He wanted to defund the police. It's what he wanted to do. Now he's talking to police officers individually. I think that might be interesting. And the White House announced that $8 billion in the Green New scam had been canceled after the shutdown. See, Trump can do what he wants at this point now. Government shutdown. Congress isn't working. So the management and budget director, Russ Boyd, announced that they were cutting $8 billion in green funding. By the way, states that are going to be affected from these cuts include, wait, do I see New Mexico on this list? I do. California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. What do all those states have in common?
Democrat leadership.
Blue leading far left Democratic states. It's about $18 billion worth of infrastructure projects that are being canceled today. And the Albuquerque mayor, they had a big debate yesterday. All 6 of the mayor candidates debated. They took questions from, it's not really a debate, but they took questions from business community leaders. And the talked about the economy and business loans and zoning and permits, things that they didn't get around to, homeless and crime. I would think those are the 2 main factors in this race. Put these questions together. How can you have all candidates together and you're not asking questions about crime?
Right.
You're talking about sluggish permitting and inspection system. How about crime? How about the drug addicts that are falling asleep on people's stoops and then pooping outside their business? You know the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing. Keller has been in there for how many years, and you're just going to keep on doing the same thing.
2017.
By the way, he is leading in the polls. And a woman arrested for DWI and other charges after a crash in Las Cruces. 26-year-old woman arrested on multiple counts, including DWI, after being involved in a 2-vehicle crash and refusing to do a traffic stop last weekend in Las Cruces. Desiree Martinez Aguirre, 26 years old, has been charged with driving under the influence, resisting and evading a peace officer, reckless driving, leaving the scene of an accident, and driver's license not in possession. By the way, she was booked into the Damiana detention center, and her court date should be coming up soon. But deputies actually were able to spot her and arrest her fairly quick. All right, our number 877-396-W105. Muslims in Minnesota just got busted. We talked about this story about a month ago, and fraud investigation. Finally, everything has come together, and here's an update on the fraud that went on. This is COVID fraud, correct, Blake?
Yes, and yeah.
So COVID fraud, millions and millions and millions of dollars. Here's what happened in Minnesota. Tim Walls' take.
Since September 19th, officers from our Fraud Detection and National Security Directorate, working in teams, have conducted over 1,000 site visits across the Minneapolis-St. Paul area as part of this operation. What they found should shock all of America. Focusing on a list of over 1,000 target cases involving more than 900 individuals, our officers encountered blatant marriage fraud, visa overstays, people claiming to work at businesses that can't be found, forged documents, abuse of the H-1B visa system, abuse of the F-1 visas, and many other discrepancies. Over the course of the operation, our officers found indication of fraud, non-compliance, or public safety and national security concerns in nearly a little less than 50% of the cases interviewed.
Busted.
Yep.
Busted. See, this is what happens when we start abusing the H-1 visas.
Mm-hmm.
We start bringing in people from out of country.
Well,
and we have good, hardworking Americans that could take those jobs.
Well, and like you were saying, all of those, the fraud cases that they uncovered were all because they got tipped on the COVID fraud. No. All of those investigations he just talked about, the marriage fraud, everything came from the COVID fraud.
So much fraud.
In Tim AWOL's FUDs, Minnesota.
Wow. I'm just wondering if he got a little bit of that money.
Bet he did.
Maybe. All right, Monica, we'll go to the text next. Let's do Taking Out Trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. 575-408-1719. Kayleen is waiting for you to call her. Look, they do trash pickup, residential trash pickup. They have the 96-gallon poly cart, and they do commercial trash pickup, 2- and 4-yard metal dumpsters, and the very large roll-off containers. They've got those. Veteran-owned and operated. They're local, great people. Go to the website, trash-eaters.com. Before I do this story, let me preface this by saying I'm Catholic. You know, when you're like Catholic, you should have the right to, to throw some shade on what's going on in the church. And Pope Leo, a brand new pope, he's from Chicago, and Dick Durbin is from Chicago, and Dick Durbin's up for award despite being pro-abortion. So Pope Leo has stepped into a crowded conversation about the American Catholic Church, signaling support to honor Dick Durbin, the Democrat from Illinois, who is pro-killing babies, for a Lifetime Achievement Award, despite the lawmakers' record for backing abortion access. The move, by the way, has been a long-time debate about should Catholics that are pro-life and outspoken make that pro-killing babies and are very outspoken about abortion. Should we even give them communion? Should we even, but the bigger question is, should we honor them for a lifetime achievement?
No.
And then you have the Pope Leo, going, yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great Catholic, except for one thing. He's not. Anybody that thinks that killing babies is a good idea, in my book, is not a good Catholic. It goes against the Catholic doctrine.
Yep.
But the Archdiocese of Chicago planned to give Durbin a lifetime achievement. Thank God there were bishops that started saying, no, 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 no. It's like giving Nancy Pelosi that award.
Right.
Or Michelle Lujan Gresham, who is the biggest spokesperson for abortions in our state. The governor, she is also Catholic. Shortly after Leo's comments became public, the Archbishop of Chicago confirmed that Durbin declined the award. It's not like they pulled it back. He declined the award because he knows he has sinned.
Right.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying, if you're pro-killing babies, how can you get a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Catholic Church? And the Pope should know better. I know we'll get our haters saying, well, how can you talk about the Pope like that? He's only a man,
Yep.
just like me. We put on our pants the same way every day.
Well, and Kevin, you are Catholic, so you have a lot more leeway to say something than either Monica or I.
But I'm still
today,
gonna
thank
say
God, I'm not wearing pants, so I'm sitting here in my underwear. So I didn't put on my pants today.
No, I'm with you. It's very telling of the Catholic leadership. Like, what are you in support of? What are you telling your congregation and your people that you support?
It's troubling that they are going along with this. It's definitely troubling.
Yeah.
All right, 6 minutes. 6 minutes away from 8. 6 minutes away from 8. I got a couple stories I got to get to, like Massey, who went against Donald Trump. How much money has he raised? They're trying to get this guy out of there. We'll talk about that. And mountain bikers find a missing hiker in her underwear and birthright citizenship. That discussion is coming up from the Supreme Court. Morning show this morning is being brought to you by our buddies at La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. Look, if you're in Pecos and you're new to Pecos and you're looking for a place to do all your grocery shopping, I got the place for you, La Tienda in Pecos. They're right there on Eddy Street. And get in there right now. Boston butt pork roast, $1.77 a pound. Also, bottom round roast, $5.99 a pound. Cooked shrimp, $6.99 a pound. And the chicken breast tenders are just $2.49 a pound. Produce department at Dollar Days. Get the Honeycrisp apples, $1 a pound. Squash, just $1 a pound. Avocados, $1 each. And the garden salad from Dole, 12-ounce bag, just $1. And the deli department, they always have savings in the deli department. You can get your oven roasted turkey breast for $7.99 a pound, Virginia ham for $5.99 a pound, and roast beef for $12.99 a pound. Also, iced tea, 2 gallons for just $6. And of course, they always have the coldest beer in Pecos. You can find it at La Tienda. And Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, 12-pack for $6.99. La Tienda in Pecos. Check them out today. Monica and the text, things that happened on this date in history coming up in a sec.
All right. Once in a while, Mon Lover is mentioning that there is an accident on 285 on the south outside of Malaga. And that's brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com.
All right. $200 billion for illegals? Are they out of their minds? My daughter, who is going to college to be an elementary teacher, can't get a student loan for $5,000. Of course, we'll get it covered, but she wanted to do it on her own. Oh, that crap pisses me off. Kevin, there's a video on Instagram where 2 female officers are trying to subdue and handcuff a drunk patron at a bar. They can't do anything with him. This guy's like $140 tops. They can't even get his hands behind his back. And eventually the bouncer has to come over and get the guy on the ground for them. Prime example of DEI and how it fails society. Mexican truck driver says, are the Democrats bodyguards DEI? And Hates Everyone Equally said, I'll probably watch the halftime show only because I'll be watching the Dallas Cowboys play at the Super Bowl. Well, maybe. Big Country says the book for Kamala is money laundering and I don't know what that word means. Big Bubba ain't gonna wear a condom either, said Adam from Artesia. And John in the Patch, we just reported that crash at 285. A government shutdown is a great thing. In my opinion, with you seeming to think the infrastructure cuts are a good thing because they affect mostly Democrat states, how compassionate do you feel that you are towards its citizens, especially ones that are not Democrats? FYI, I like any discomfort Democrats receive and would like to implement my own policies on them. And once in a while, Mon Lover says, you're with B, Monica, so that means you don't have pants on either? No, I'm with him on having an opinion on the Pope's actions and his beliefs. Like, I agree with it. Cochino. And Tracy, a dude, says, LMAO, I triggered Kevin. I personally don't know the economy of Puerto Rico. Forgive my ignorance. He sought out a better life, and I guess they have some good eggs over there, says Tracy.
Yeah. They're good people everywhere.
And James Brown says, Dwayne Pinnick and I worked for Marenco. It later became Zia Drilling. Good times and great people. I will be praying for the Moran family. Oh, James. Good guy. Good guy. And then someone said a helicopter is landing on the wreck outside of Malaga. Oh, in Jesus' name. And that's it for the text line.
Right, I was looking for the unemployment rate I know it's very high. As far as unemployment is always deceiving. You know what I want to know is how many people are working. How many people are working? No, look, we lost a bunch of jobs last month. We lost like 32,000 jobs in America. We got to put people back to work. We got to, and I say put people back to work. We need to put people in the workforce. And you know how we put people in the workforce? We say, go back to work.
Amen.
You're not going to get any more benefits.
So
that's the way we put people
But
back.
before we move on to another story there, Kevin, I just got a text from State Senator David Gallegos, who didn't have time to call in, but he wanted to let us know. He said they worked late last night and they should be done today, he says. He says the really sad thing is they continue to Trump-proof the state and put illegal immigrants over New Mexicans.
It's unbelievable.
There you go. I mean, it's a great example of who they care about. And it's not me and you. It's not the people that pay the damn bills. That's the sad part.
It is.
Time for us to fight back. You know how we fight back? We vote. We vote. In Southeast New Mexico, you are the worst about not voting. Yeah. You are. You're the worst about not voting. Make plans to vote. Hey, if it's November of this year, or that look, we got a governor's election coming up in a couple years.
Next year.
Yeah, we can turn this thing around if you vote.
Well, and honestly, it's Southeast New Mexico's fault. We still have this governor because of the low voter turnout.
We could have changed. We didn't vote, so go vote. Learn your lesson.
Yeah.
Representative Thomas Massey, who went against the president on multiple things, they're calling him a maverick, and President Trump has put him in the crosshairs by saying, I'm going to find somebody to replace you. This guy has raised more than $700,000, a personal record. Even I'm wondering how much money the Democrats are pooling to Thomas Massey.
He doesn't really. He's done a couple things that kind of went with some of the stuff they were doing, but he doesn't side with them either.
No, he doesn't side with the Democrats either, but he's wreaking havoc on Trump, so that's all they care about. But he's raised $700,000, which is more money than he's ever raised, and he's been in Washington for like 13 years.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money. A lot of money that this guy's raised. All right, Mike, a mountain biker was found by hikers wandering around in their underwear. Group of resourceful mountain bikers came across a hiker who had missing 2 days earlier in Idaho in the wilderness. And Heather Wayment, 46 years old, reported missing on September 17th. They actually came upon her and she was in nothing but her underwear on the trails. So they located her and were able to, she had bloody feet and she was in nothing but her underwear. She went on her annual biking and camping trip and then never went back home. So looks like she's escorted out. She got medical care. And the good news is she is going to be okay. All right, birthright citizenship. We'll talk about that next week. But birthright citizenship heading back to the Supreme Court. And looks like there will be a decision on that coming before January. So lawyers for President Trump is asking the Supreme Court this week to review the lengthy executive order about birthright citizenship, a high-profile, controversial case. I think America is pretty much tired of, is pretty much split down the middle because we let feelings get involved in what's good for this country. Same thing with immigration. People, their feelings, the emotional side of them takes precedence over what's good for this country. So the court will start looking at this, and we could probably look for a decision before they break in December, I would think. And beef prices have hit the all-time high. Inventory of beef, by the way, has hit the lowest level in 70 years in America. See, this is what happens when you demonize farming and ranching in this country. That began under Obama. So we have the lowest number of cattle in this country today, a historic low. Does the screwworm have anything to do with that? Maybe. But this has been a trend that is going that way for years now. Since the early 2000s, we have been losing local farms and ranches.
Yeah. And, the other day we had to run over into Texas and came back. We went past a feedlot that used to have a lot of cattle in it all the time. And there were really tall weeds in most of that feedlot and no cattle.
Wow.
Yep. No, because we're at the lowest level of cows in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to take care of ourselves, sustain anything self-sustainable, we're losing that in America.
Yep.
Our farms and ranches are being bought up by the Chinese. Let that sink in for a second. All right, crime in America. We'll get to John Kennedy when we come back. We got to get to things that happened on this date in history. It's already 8:05, being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. You can find them online at 2atacticalrange.com. Veteran-owned and operated, largest selection of firearms, state-of-the-art indoor firing range. They have the Milo FBI training simulator, so you can actually practice. They have over 1,000 different scenarios. We're talking about somebody coming after you with a knife. How quick can they close on you? You can actually put that scenario up and see if you're going to live or die. Want to go practice? You can do that. They offer monthly membership and a hourly rates available. And for the Milo training simulator or the range, one low price. They also have ammo, huge selection of ammo, optics, suppressors, largest selection of guns. They offer financing for firearms. Check them out today, 2atacticalrange.com. You can find them at 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
It was on this day in 1862 that 10 cans with the key openers were patented. On this day in 1936, the first alcohol-powered plant, like the power plant, fueled by alcohol, began operations in Atchison, Kansas. Such a waste of alcohol. It was on this day in 1950. This is kind of a cool thing. Charles Schulz, Peanuts,
yes,
the comic strip, debuted in 9 newspapers. Yes, Charlie Brown turns 75 today.
Aww.
It's a big day for blockheads.
Yeah.
On this date in 1956, the very first atomic-powered clock started up and kept glowing and glowing and glowing. 1995, O.J. Simpson trial jurors stunned the courtroom by reaching a verdict in the 8-month-long murder trial. They reached that verdict in less than 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
Their decision was kept secret till the next day. And 1 year later, in 1996, Mark Furman was given 3 years probation and fined $200 after pleading no contest to perjury for denying at O.J. Simpson's trial that he had used a certain racial slur in the past decade. You could figure that out. Birthdays today. Paul Tuttle Jr. is 51. Of course, he was the one that used to yell back and forth with his dad on American Chopper. Singer Tiffany. I don't have music today, Monica. Do the tagline on that one.
I think we're alone now.
Yeah, that's it. She probably is at 54.
No.
Kelly Ripa turns the double nickel today. Yep, 55. Country singer Kelly Willis hits 57. She is no relation to Bruce Willis. Lorraine Bracco from The Sopranos. She is 71 today. You know, Kevin, she was once married to Edward James Olmos. Yeah. And I wish I would have had time to get my music stuff in here. Sting of The Police and solo fame and acting celebrates birthday number 74 today. Mike Rutherford turned 75. Now, he was in Genesis, of course, with Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel. And also, he formed the group Mike and the Mechanics when a lot of them did their own solo stuff. And finally, another birthday, Don McLean is the big 80 today. And of course, he went to the levee, but the levee was dry. Folks, no longer, there's a lot of meaning in that song, and there's a big, go look it all up. There's a lot of introspection about that. Of course, Buddy Holly is a big part of it, but go look it up. People no longer with us, and this is an OJ day for sure. Johnny Cochran would have been a birthday today, but of course he died in 2005, and he kind of got OJ off. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. George Spanky McFarland, of course, leader of the Little Rascals, left us in 1993. Groucho Marx, comedian, left us in 77. Bud Abbott, another comedian, left us in 74. Of course, he was the straight man in Abbott and Costello. And finally, who would have had a birthday today but left us in 1948? Mahatma Gandhi. And Mahatma means great souled. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday to you. If it's an anniversary, happy anniversary. Kevin?
So, Monica, you know, I grew up with a lot of levees around me.
Okay.
You know what a levee is, right?
Yes.
It is like a barrier, like a, you know, they
right.
Nowadays, they pile steel into the ground, like 50, 75-foot sheets of steel, and they just pile them into the ground, pound them into the ground, and then put dirt and sandbags on top of that and keep the water out.
They used to just make it just mounded earth.
Yeah, my hometown, we have, like, our seawall is like 20 foot tall. And about 3 years ago, it got to like 2 feet from the top.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, levee system is important.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure I'm right about employment in Puerto Rico. So the employment participation rate among men, working age men, 50% of working age men work. That means 50% do not work. And the number among women, only 32% of women work in Puerto Rico. I thought I was right about those numbers. By the way, you can look up any state's job participation number about the percent of people that work. You can do that by just typing in on Google employment participation. So New Mexico or Texas or whoever, I think I pretty much know that job participation numbers as far as New Mexico, we pretty much lead the state with men. We only have about 57% of people that work in the state. Yep.
That sucks.
Actually work 57%. Yep.
Man.
The average in America is 62%.
Dang.
People are not working. That's part of the problem.
Not working.
Crazy.
You got 40% of Americans that they don't work. They just refuse to work.
Then they shouldn't get benefits.
Correct.
So go check out
Simple.
those numbers, job participation numbers. That's why I don't trust unemployment, because people run out of unemployment, people get on unemployment. Job participation numbers are a greater barometer than unemployment.
Amen.
All right, 812. We got to get to our national anthem and our pledge. It's already, of course, October 2nd at 12 minutes after 8. Yeah, October. Oh, my goodness.
The bird.
National anthem and the pledge this morning being brought to you by Rebecca Long. She's your former insurance agent, has been since the age of 19, still helping people 40 years later. She loves talking to people. She loves helping people. So if you've got policies and you like to bundle them all together and save money, maybe you have your homeowners with somebody and you got your auto with somebody else. You got life insurance with somebody over here. Bundle all those policies together, put them all under one umbrella. Give her a call today, 575-393-2661. Rebecca Long, she's your proud Farmers Insurance agent and proud sponsor of the National Anthem and the Pledge.
We are the Dominguez family from Hobbs, New Mexico.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave.
God bless America. God bless you. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is always in complete control.
Today's verse of the day is 1 Chronicles 16:34. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, and his mercy endures forever.
Hi, my name is Jose Luevno. I work for Judah Oil. Would you please join us in saying the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
All right, let's get you updated with news. Already 8:16 news this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale, reminding you that accidents happen when you least expect them. And when they do, you need a trusted law firm to fight for you. It's the Ragsdale Law Firm. Give them a call today. They can take care of your personal injury, medical malpractice, all fill accidents. They're based in Roswell, serving the entire state with free consultations. And just a reminder, you never pay until you win your case. Call Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300. RagsdaleLawFirm.com for more information. Already 8:17. We're coming right back. We're being the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. UK police say 2 people are dead. 3 others are in serious condition following an attack near a synagogue in Manchester, northwest England. The incident taking place on Yom Kippur, the holiest day on the Jewish calendar. This man was near the scene.
I heard gunshots.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
Additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country, and we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe.
Police say a 3rd person believed to be the suspect is also dead. Senators not scheduled to vote on any bill to fund the government until tomorrow in observance of Yom Kippur. New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew claims Democratic leaders feel this way.
You cannot cooperate with Republicans at all. Shut her down.
The Republican earlier on Mornings with Maria on Fox Business. America's listening to Fox News.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Hope, a timeless promise. More than whispered dreams, it's the pulse of renewed life. In today's world of neglected animals, forgotten promises, and endless demands, how often do we see a second chance? Picture a different scene. A field of grace, horses galloping with newfound freedom. A gentle hand, a loving heart, and the world's burdens lifting away. This isn't a dream. It's what Roadrunner Horse and Livestock Rescue offers. While their fields house horses, their spirit offers much more. Unparalleled moments of healing. There's a saying, every life deserves a second chance. They believe every moment counts. Lives transformed, futures rewritten, and the best tales often start with compassion. Join this journey with them. Roadrunner Horse and Livestock Rescue, nestled in the heart of Artesia, New Mexico, offering a chance for you to join their mission, either by owning one of these beautiful animals or by donating to further what Roadrunner is doing right here in southeast New Mexico. Every renewed life begins with a simple act. Just add love.
Don't miss Roadrunner Horse and Livestock Rescue's sale of over 200 horses, October 11th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 1002 South 41st Street, Artesia, New Mexico.
Your call is very important.
Still waiting on your cable company to care? With slow speeds and hidden fees, maybe it's time to pull the plug. Kinetic gives you 100% fiber and gig speeds with 25 times faster uploads than cable. Local service that actually shows up, and clear pricing that isn't there to surprise you. So ditch cable and connect with the right crowd. Visit GoKinetic.com. Kinetic. Internet better. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Big changes are happening at the Lee County Event Center. They're undergoing a major renovation to bring you a better, more modern venue, inside and out. While the arena is temporarily closed during construction, they're still open for business. The banquet halls remain available and ready to host your next event. From safety meetings and corporate training to baby showers, birthday parties, and wedding receptions, the Lee County Event Center can accommodate you. Need space, service, and support? They have you covered with flexible rooms, affordable rates, and a professional team that cares. Conveniently located in Hobbs, New Mexico on the Lovington Highway, let them help you plan your perfect event during this exciting time of transformation. Call 575-391-2901 to book today. The Lee County Event Center. The arena is closed, but the banquet halls are open. Your experience is their priority, even during renovation.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure. Eye-catching? Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Enter the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Lapco, Byrne, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap, offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning.
Come on, give me some good posture. Hold your head up high. Tighten those buns. Get ready, because this is
your morning show powered by your Ford dealer. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford. Truth hurts. Maybe not as much as jumping on a bicycle with a seat missing, but it hurts. Conservative values, conservative talk. You want to talk to Be in the Breakfast Club? 877-396-W105.
The following program is for entertainment purposes only.
Mi fellow Americanos y bienvenidos al cierre de Schumer. That means welcome to the Schumer shutdown. We call it the Schumer siesta, right? It's the Schumer siesta. He put the government on siesta, crying Chuck. And El Hakimo Jefe Jeffries, we used to call him Dollar Store Obama, till we realized he's worth far less than $1. But they put the government on siesta to give illegal aliens your health care. We're not going to let it happen. I looked at both of them. I said, we're not going to let it happen. It's no bueno. I said, it's no bueno. They begged me. They said, but senor, por favor, please give illegal aliens the health care. I said, we're not going to do it. We're never going to do it. It's not going to happen. And they're also very upset about our big, beautiful sombreros. You look at them. These are the greatest sombreros the world has ever seen. We really have the best sombreros, and everybody wants one except Crying Chuck and El Hakimo Jefe Jeffries. They don't want one, but they're going to wear one when all is said and done. We're going to end the siesta. We're going to reopen the government, and we will not give in to the demands of Chuck and El Jefe. We're not going to do that. Thank you. God bless you. Dio lo bendiga, and God bless America. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
That
guy pulled it off.
Very well.
That guy
played.
pulled it off. I was looking for it. I cut off his name. I was looking for the guy's name because I have to go back and see if I can find his name.
He did good.
El Jefe.
He's not that old of a guy either.
No, he's a young guy, but came across and did a great job on that. All right, here's his name, Sean Farash, Farash, and I think he's on TikTok. He's definitely on Reels on Facebook. So go check him out. I watched a video yesterday, Blake. I don't know if I sent you that, from Wesley Hunt. Wesley Hunt is the Texas Republican and talked about his grandfather. His grandfather was a slave, worked on a plantation outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 3 of his grandchildren, I guess that would be his great-great-grandchildren. 3 of his great-great-grandchildren went on to West Point.
Wow.
And to Ivy League schools. One of them became a congressman. That's Wesley Hunt. That was elected to a predominantly white district in Texas as their congressman.
Wow.
Now, you tell me we have not made advances in America.
Right.
I know there are people that will yell and scream and everything else about, that we haven't made advances as far as race. There's a perfect example that we have. I look for those stories instead of the people that want reparations and that are constantly yelling about, well, this is our land. This is it's stolen land. I look at people like that and say, yeah, you want it, go get it. Go get it. We're from John Kennedy. I love John Kennedy talking about crime in America. We'll get to that coming up in just a second. German police closed Oktoberfest fairgrounds on Wednesday morning following a bomb threat from a perpetrator. So they closed it. I hope it's not a long delay because maybe that will go all the way back to Novemberfest. Just doesn't have the same ring. So if you love polka music and beer, that's the perfect place for you. Polka music. And of course, when the Germans went to Mexico, they reinvented polka music in Mexico. Crazy. Looks like a flight to South Africa with 400 people on board made a U-turn back to Australia after encountering terrible communications. So the communication system went out and the captain turned it around He's like an angry parent. You do it one more time, I'm turning this plane around, and he did. And they went back to Australia. You do that one more time, I'm turning the whole damn plane around. Coldplay Kiss Cam scandal takes another twist as the ex-CEO has been seen strolling around with his wife. So evidently him and the wife made good. Yeah. And Reading Rainbow is going to return to PBS after nearly 20 years of disappearing.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of excited about that.
Well, I would be if LeVar Burton was still doing it.
True. If it were like original but new, I'd get it. But if they start, promoting, of course, the LGBTQ books and having transvestite.
Well, it does have rainbow in the title.
Well, and the rainbow has been hijacked.
Yes.
Oh, completely.
Hijacked completely.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, smart speakers on Amazon are now accounting for 60% of all smart speakers purchased in the United States.
They're going to take over.
60% of smart speakers sold in the United States are sold by Amazon.
And they are listening in on every one of your conversations.
Every single one.
And it is now official. Chunk, the 1,200-pound bear with a broken jaw, has won this year's edition of the Fat Bear Wheat Contest in Alaska. So the bear actually has a broken jaw. They were trying to take care of that, reset the broken jaw, but it was having no part of it. It was like, oh, hell no. No part of that. All right. John Kennedy talks about the crime problem in America. Here's John Kennedy.
Well, I know Mr. Jackson. He worked for President Biden. He believes that cops are the problem.
There was a guy yesterday with John Hawley.
He believes that cops are a bigger problem than criminals. He believes that if a cop has to shoot a criminal, it's automatically the cop's fault. If a criminal shoots a cop, though, it's the gun's fault. He's part of the loon wing of the Democratic Party, and they just don't believe in free will and responsibility. And as long as they're in charge, particularly in our large urban areas, we're going to continue to have crime. Look, it's not complicated. A guy in prison cannot shoot your sister. It's just very simple. Yeah, and I'm all for rehabilitating when we can, but some people are just bad. You have to separate them from society.
Now, they can shoot your sister if he's identifying as a woman and gets put in a female prison with your sister.
Well, she asked him about
what we live in.
She was asking him about the Josh Hawley thing where he went after that guy that wrote the report. And he was talking particularly about that guy. It was more context to how bad that guy really is.
Right. No, and that guy is terrible because he couldn't even identify the two spirits.
Well, because he didn't write it.
Same.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Well, he didn't write it. Somebody else wrote it, and he signed his name to it, which is probably worse. On The View, they had Madawi on the. Yeah, they had Madawi on The View, and he apologized. He's apologized to officers, he said, for their anti-police rhetoric. No, he didn't apologize to them. What he said is, I'm going to talk to individual police officers. Just like here in New Mexico, the state representative that said that if you work with ICE, you're like the KKK and the Nazis. They should issue. They should be made to apologize for those comments. You are talking bad about law enforcement who took an oath to office. Didn't she take an oath to office also?
Yes.
Oh, that's something different, maybe. Maybe we're onto something. Kamala Harris tells a Los Angeles audience, or I tell you what she said. Let me just say, with volatility at a highest point, people being murdered for what they believe, is it time to tell people It's time to rise up.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala Harris, former vice president, received a rock star reception in Los Angeles. Sold out crowd for the release of 107 Days. Now, look, when I say sold out crowd, I'm using satire. I'm using satire. So it doesn't give a number how many people were there.
Well, if they only
but
put,
a lot of times they'll give those tickets away.
If they only put,
want to pack.
If they only put 10 chairs in the room, then they say it's sold out.
Yeah.
So she was very upset about federal employees losing their job. Well, the rollback from diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the government shutdown. Well, federal employees wouldn't be losing their job if you wouldn't shut down the government.
Right.
But saying it's time to rise up, that to me sounds like you're inciting more violence.
Mm-hmm.
We just talked about Nadawi, the guy that's running for New York City mayor. He wants to put $100 million into a fund. What do you think that fund's for, Monica?
I'm going to say to fund illegal immigrants coming over.
Well,
bringing more.
It is to fund. It is a $100 million deportation defense.
Okay. Yeah.
Fund.
I knew it had something to do with coming or going.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're going to take the money out of taxpayers. And instead of paying for stuff like recreation or schools or whatever, they're going to fund a defense of illegal aliens, and if they get to stay in this country or not.
Wow.
By the way, just in 2026, New York City's budget that just got passed back in June of this year, they have allocated $54.5 million for taxpayer funding for foreign nationals fighting deportation. So they just passed that in the this budget they just passed includes $54 million. He wants to do better. He's like, we need $100 million. I lived in New York. Not that I would ever live in New York. Man, that's a ton of money. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk makes history. Ask me what he made history from.
What did he make history from?
What did he make history from?
Well, he is the only person ever to hit 500 billion net worth. That's a milestone.
So he's back to being the richest man?
That's a $500 billion. His wealth has grown 24.6 billion since March of 2020. And everybody thought they were going to bring him down by burning Teslas. Mm-hmm. His net worth has actually gone up. And part of the reason that is going up is because stock market is going up.
Mm-hmm.
So Tesla and SpaceX CEO crossed $500 billion about 3:30 yesterday afternoon, putting him way ahead of Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, who is reported worth $150 billion. There's a big difference between 500 billion and 150 billion.
Yes.
Musk has made a lot of money in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Now, I know some people will say, well, that's terrible. He's making all that money. No, it's not terrible. It's the American way.
You remember, let's see, we're in October now. So a year ago, roughly. Or even earlier this year, like January, February, we had all the Elon Musk haters. And when I say all, there was 3 of them, who would text in and say, what about the Tesla stock? It's around 220, 230, 240. Right now, it is actually off from the high, and it is sitting at $453 a share.
Wow. Where are you? Where are you now? Where are you at? I know one of the guys that would test that, send those messages in. I actually corresponded with him, Monica.
Okay.
Because I believe that you need to teach people, especially your haters, that you're not the person they think you are.
That's correct.
So I sent him a message. Because he's not doing well, and said, I hope you're doing well. And, I'm going to continue to pray for you.
Yep.
Because you know what? That's what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
We're
It's kind of
supposed to
funny
love our
because
haters.
Monica and I were talking about that off the air earlier. And, you know, when the left was out there celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk and celebrating the fact that those little girls died in the flooding in Texas because they were from Texas and stuff, really shows you who leftists are.
Right.
And we were talking, and I said, you know, I would never celebrate the death or anything like that on anybody on that side.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna feel
Harris,
bad, but I might have kind of an indifference to it, you know, depending on how evil they are. But I'm never going to celebrate
Kamala
it.
Harris would have a stroke today. I wouldn't applaud that. I would pray for her.
Yes,
Right.
100%.
That's who we're supposed to be.
I would
That's who
never-
we're supposed to be.
I would never applaud the death of anybody.
Right.
I mean, enemy or not. You know, the Bible tells us to pray for our enemies. So
Amen.
those that don't
Right.
like us, we're called to pray for them. And I think in that sensitivity, when they pass, while nobody likes it, you're prepared for that. You know,
Right.
it's like if you know of somebody who abuses drugs, you know, the outcome
It's
may
coming.
be
It's
death.
gonna
The
happen.
outcome
It's
is
gonna
not going to be
happen.
good.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know, when
long-term,
people
it's
are
not gonna
making
be
wrong
good.
choices, bad is going to come. And so it's hard for you to not be sympathetic, but it's also hard for you to sit there and be like, I can't believe it. You know,
No.
you
And-
accept it for what
Well,
it
when
is.
they make people make bad choices.
And I'm always
But
going to
not
feel bad
taking
for
care
their
of
families.
themselves.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. We can always feel bad for the
Yes.
families. Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at the Twin Wells fuel station, running low on fuel. And you're right there on 128 exit on Buck Jackson Road. Go down 2.75 miles. Fill her up today. They're open to the public, open 24/7. Large facility. It's covered. No matter what the weather is, raining or sleeting or snowing or extreme heat, you've got a covered area to fill her up. They sell unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF, and of course, they accept credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Be safe on the road from the Twin Wells fuel station. President Trump, putting some fuel to the fire. How many people have been arrested in sanctuary state Illinois over the last couple of weeks?
Oh,
800 illegal immigrants arrested in the last couple of weeks in Illinois. Now, what did the
Good
governor
start.
say? You're not coming into my state. I'm
Yeah.
going to protect my people.
That's what he said.
What did Mayor Johnson in Chicago say? I'm going to protect my people.
We don't have any crime.
Well, let me tell you, if that's the way you protect people, you're doing a terrible job. See, it's all these people that run their mouth like Hakeem Jeffries.
Hakeem.
I said, President, say it to my face. And then he goes to the White House and Trump's like, here, take one of these hats. Where you at, Hakeem? Where you at? Can't wait for him to be sporting that Trump 2028 hat. By the way, Trump doesn't believe he's going to be president in 2028.
No, that's straight out a
That's just
troll
a-
move. He's
That's just a
trolling all
way
of
to
them.
trigger you.
Oh, yeah.
Some people like it, some people don't like it, but you know what? It's getting the message across
Mm-hmm.
that you're messing with the wrong one.
Right.
You are messing with the wrong one. All right, Monica, we'll check the weather. We'll get to the boob of the day coming up. High temperature today in southeast New Mexico, actually looking good. High temperature 90 today. Looking good for the next 4 or 5 days. Much of the same in Ruidoso. High temperature 75, sunny skies. No rain in the forecast throughout the weekend. And at Albuquerque, high temperature 87 in sunny skies. Looking good throughout the entire weekend also. So our entire listening area, weather is looking awesome.
Wow.
Boob of the day up next, Monica in the text.
I remember when Panty Waist Tim Walz would get all giddy and say, I like to look at my phone whenever I'm feeling down and look at Tesla stock. That always makes me feel better. Shut up, Tim. I like to look at the reruns of the presidential election whenever I'm feeling down. That always makes me feel better. So this term, the topic is immigration for the next 4 years. OMG, never going to hear the end of it. You know, unfortunately, that is where politics are in America. It all revolves around immigration. Everything. You think of
When
where
you
is all
let-
the crime coming from? What are they fighting for? What is dividing? Why is the government shut down right now? Unfortunately, the topic of immigration is going nowhere for a very long time. Sorry.
Well, it is a constant battle between right and wrong and citizens and non-citizens. When you're trying to give non-citizens more benefits than you're giving citizens,
and you're
that's
trying
a
to
battle. And
Correct.
look,
and you're trying to make the citizens pay for it.
yeah, look, 20 million illegal aliens came into this country. And so you want to blame people? Blame it on that. Blame it on that. That number was like 3 times the amount of people, close to 4 times the amount of people that usually come into America illegally.
Yep. I wish the weak leftists would come after us conservatives because they'll FAFO real quick. I got a really good laugh whenever Pete Hegseth told them to FAO or FAFO. It was so funny to me. And hey guys, when are you guys going to put some rock and roll music in rotation? In Carlsbad, all we have is country. Nothing wrong with it, but 60s or 70s would be good.
By the way, tune to MTD's radio station. Try to get 100.5.
You guys can listen to me in the afternoons. We're classic rock,
Kid.
kind of.
By the way, you can stream
What do you
The
think?
Kid.
Classic hits, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s today. No, not today. Greatly appreciate you guys playing the national anthem every week or every day. It makes me proud every time I hear it. Well, except when Roseanne Barr sings it. Thanks for never playing her version. That's from Chris and Carlsbad. And Havy, not so much beef cows, but when you leave Hagerman, look at the empty dairy lots on the way into Roswell. Biggest fan said, I think somebody should contribute somehow. Even if you're disabled, if you're younger and disabled, you can still do something. Farmers should be able to negotiate the prices of their products, not the packers.
Yep.
And hey guys, farmers should be able to, we can't have cows because cows fart in California. Farts are bad for the environment. And good morning, you guys. I have to say, I'm getting so tired of hearing about all of these wrecks. Please slow down. Leave a little earlier. Stop driving like it's a race. Safety should come first. Honestly, is our mayor even aware of how frequent these accidents have become? If so, does he have any plans to address this? Something needs to change. And Roy from Drow says, it sounds like a lost biker, or sounds like the lost biker has been eating the wrong kind of mushrooms. LOL. Let's go back to the top.
Tim Keller destroying Albuquerque since 2017.
Fat says it's FAFO. Where did you get the L? No L. Did I say an L?
Talking about the cows, if you think about this, like what is hurting these ranchers that have the cattle? Remember the whole COVID thing that started that? My daughter and I were having this text discussion earlier. Then it went to avian flu. Then avian flu in dairy cows, which of course we don't eat. Now the screwworm is becoming a thing since avian flu has been dying down. And then you talk about the cow farts and all that stuff and the lab grown meat and restrictions on ag, both large and small. It's kind of almost could be a conspiracy there.
I don't know. I just like meat, not lab.
Well, and again, we can all do our part. If you can't raise cattle, you can buy a cow or whatever from a local rancher to help them, and you help you, and it's local.
True.
By the way, if you have cattle and you want to sell cattle, hey, be in the Breakfast Club. Perfect place to advertise. By the way, if you're listening and own a business, I think being the Breakfast Club would be the perfect opportunity. Hit me up if you want some, if you want to, be part of the show. One more, Monica, before we get to Boob of the Day. It's already 12 away from 9.
I said FAFO, not FAFL. I swear this dude is always messing with me. Always. No, I am not going to the fair. There's your answer. That's it. They want to know if I'm going to the fair. Nah. I'm not going.
She ain't gonna go.
I ain't gonna be there.
All right, 12 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics. Medical professionals on staff. They offer functional medicine such as natural supplements, stem cell therapy, and ozone. If you're living in pain, go talk to them. Make your appointment to talk to Kelly Pfeiffer about that. And if you're not feeling good, have them do the deep dive into your blood work to find out what the heck is going on. Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetic, they believe in treating the root cause of the problem, not numbing the symptoms. And they do a lot of aesthetics. They do IV drips and more than that. 575-964-8025, 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. Check them out today. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics.
Have you ever been driving and really needed to use the bathroom? So you stepped on the gas and accidentally started street racing?
Accidentally?
Yeah. The Florida Highway Patrol spotted a Toyota Camry and a motorcycle stopped side by side at a traffic light at 3 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Yeah. 3 a.m. Sunday morning. They started racing. They took off from the light when it turned green. And they reached speeds well over 100. Motorcycle hit about 140. The Toyota Camry was clocked at 124. Troopers later got to the Camry, and the 24-year-old driver named David Stone said he was only speeding because he had to go to the bathroom.
Well,
it was just a line. He had passed multiple gas stations, kind of in a blur while he was racing the motorcycle. He was charged with driving without a license, excessive speed, and racing. The police are still looking for the driver of the motorcycle because he was gone. But anyway, when they find him, he, like the guy from the Toyota Camry, can become the boob of the day.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Good news of the day on the way. We're going to see if I can get a update. I'm going to do some research during the break, see if we can get an update on what's going on with this special session. So far, it's been a pretty much nothing burger.
Yeah, it's supposed
in
to end
New
today.
Mexico.
Yeah, I get. I
I mean,
earlier.
we spent $150 million on stuff that we didn't have to spend $150 million on. But other than that, it's been a pretty much nothing burger. Do you want to vaccinate your kids? They're going to give guidance. Well, thank you for the guidance. Is that a recommendation or a guidance?
I think they're going to say you got it. You got to give your kids the jab.
Yeah, nah.
I think many parents are going to say no, thank you. Thanks, but no, thank you to that. I think it should be up to the parents, not up to the state.
Absolutely.
Michelle Lujan Gresham doesn't know how to raise kids better than you do. I don't know nothing about the kids, and I never talk about political kids unless they get arrested. No, I don't know anything about the kids, but I think you know how to raise your kids better than the governor.
Amen.
Yeah. All right, 8:51. We're going to take a break. We're coming back. We'll go back to the phone lines. Our number 877-396-W105. Government shutdown. Have you been affected in any way, good or bad? Love to hear from you. 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing. Roofing and insurance specialists, licensed, bonded, and insured. Dwayne Pennick has been in the business now for 30 years plus. And he's had the A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau for 30 plus years. They offer free estimates. Just call Dwayne Pennick today, 575-318-9725. A Custom Construction and Roofing, warning you about the out-of-town contractors. Yeah, when they're gone, most of the time your warranty is also gone. Get in touch with Dwayne Pennick today. 52, we're coming right back. We're being on the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard.
Both New Mexico Senators Ben Ray Lujan and Martin Heinrich, and all three congresspersons, Melanie Stansbury, Gabe Vasquez, and Teresa Ledger Fernandez, voted to close down the government and put at risk the paychecks for New Mexican service members, police, and Border Patrol agents. The vote also stalls disaster relief, cuts off critical support for veterans, farmers, and small businesses. Republicans, who have offered a continuing resolution to keep the government open at current spending levels so that budget discussions can take place, said the move is nothing more than political gamesmanship and a Democratic effort to add trillions of dollars in spending, health care for illegal foreigners, strip funding for rural hospitals, and restore funding to public broadcasting. Democrats say everyone in the country deserves health care. Vasquez released a statement saying, quote, "This shutdown will harm millions of Americans, but so will allowing Republicans to permanently close rural hospitals in our district and kick millions off their health insurance." In an area of the nuclear waste repository between Hobbs and Carlsbad, where mined salt is stored underground before being brought to the surface and disposed of, was repaired after a multi-year effort that officials said will improve operations. The pocket was found in disrepair and in danger of failure last year, and the federal and government embarked on a one-year, $15 million project to replace the structural steel eroded by salt in the underground. And the Artesia Police Department says human remains were found on Monday near train tracks in the area of 300 North 1st Street after a BNSF train engineer reported discovering a portion of skeletal remains. Law enforcement searched the area and discovered additional human remains behind the old Baker and Stevens Tire Company building. Police say the remains were taken to the University of New Mexico Laboratory of Human Osteology for examination, and preliminary investigation suggests the remains may have been there for more than a year. On Tuesday, cadaver dogs were used at the scene to continue searching for evidence. Anyone with information is asked to call 575-746-5000. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Attention gun enthusiasts. Mark your calendars because the Ultimate Gun Show is coming to Carlsbad and you don't want to miss it.
505 Productions is hosting a massive 3-day gun show at the Walter Gerald's Event Center in Carlsbad. With over 170 tables featuring guns, ammo, knives, and accessories, you'll find everything you need from top New Mexico vendors. Whether you're a collector or a first-time buyer, this is your chance to explore an incredible selection at unbeatable prices. Plus free parking and an ATM on site.
The show kicks off Friday, October 3rd from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, October 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Sunday, October 5th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is only $7 a day or $10 for the weekend. And children under 12 are free. Visit 505productions.com for more details. Don't miss out.
All right, everyone, listen up. Pay attention. At Permian Ford, you'll always find the best selection, lowest price, and outstanding customer service. No trick plays, just straightforward business. With model year-end savings, upgrade and save today. Permian Ford refuses to let price stand in the way of winning your business. You can score big on rugged trucks, sleek sedans, and SUVs. The best play is with Permian Ford on the corner of Del Paso and Sanger.
Permian Ford.
Visit PermianFord.net.
Truck Central USA.
As a single mom, it means a lot to me to have a strong banking relationship. With the cost of living as it is, I have to make the most of every dollar I make.
Every member has different wants and needs. That's the basis of relationship-based personal service. A strong credit union is built on strong relationships. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your call is very important.
Still waiting on your cable company to care? With slow speeds and hidden fees, maybe it's time to pull the plug. Kinetic gives you 100% fiber and gig speeds with 25 times faster uploads than cable. Local service that actually shows up, and clear pricing that isn't there to surprise you. So ditch cable and connect with the right crowd. Visit GoKinetic.com. Kinetic. Internet better. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply.
Step into the magic of the Eastern New Mexico State Fair in Roswell. It's the happiest place on dirt. From September 29th to October 4th, you can feel the thrill of carnival rides, savor mouth-watering treats, and immerse yourself in live music and arts and crafts. Be captivated by daily performances of mythical creatures and extreme illusions. Admission is just $12 for adults, $8 for seniors and kids over 36 inches, and small children enter free. Discover more at ENMSF.com. Ready for adventure? The fair awaits at Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds in Roswell.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com. Home of the lifetime Permian Powertrain promise. Be in the Breakfast Club.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Now back to the show.
It's already 2 minutes away from 9. 2 minutes away from 9. Good news of the day coming up in just a second. Looking good for the entire weekend. If you're coming to Roswell for the fair, weather's going to be great. About 61 expected tonight, so not too cold. I mean, you never can tell. Some years, extreme cold. Some years, like this year, 61 tonight. 59 nice. On Friday night.
So nice.
So it's going to be nice. Enjoy it. So if you're coming to the fair, be looking for us. We'll be out there. Friday night, we'll all three be in the same booth.
Amen.
And so you'll be able to tell us all hi. So come by our booth. What
get photos,
what building
all
are
that
we
good
in?
stuff. We're in that.
What building?
I don't know the name of it. It's that one with the kind of rounded top.
Yeah,
right
I
there.
think it's it's the one of the main exhibit buildings. So come by and check us out.
Yeah,
right there. Yeah, I'll give you a name.
Usually we're right there by the ride that spins you around in a circle and goes up and down. I know. I know that's all. That's all of them. But yeah.
So if we don't make you throw up the ride wheel. Contestant on the Wheel of Fortune won over $1 million, $1.03 million on Tuesday night, claiming the biggest personal payout in the show's history. Pat Sajak's been gone a year, and already the show is going broke.
Yeah.
They're spending that money.
Wow, Ryan Seacrest's been doing that for a year already.
That's crazy.
That is.
Yep.
I can't believe he's been doing that.
Hardest working guy in Hollywood.
He does a lot.
Guy does radio.
He's everywhere.
He does way too much. He's very greedy.
That's why he
give
can't.
somebody else a shot.
It's why he can't keep a girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, give somebody. Wait, Ryan Seacrest likes girls?
Yeah. He was with Julianne Hough, right? For a while?
I think so, yeah.
But they didn't have time for each other. It was like they'd see each other like twice a week.
Pobrecitos.
Wow. Yeah. CBS plans to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Everybody Loves Raymond with a 90-minute special hosted by Ray Romano, who hasn't really done anything since that show left the air.
Well, because his main writer, Phil, is busy doing his own show, going around the world eating good food. Which I love. If
you're
that
like
show.
me,
Somebody feed Phil.
You're freaking out that 1996 was 30 years ago. That's a long 30 years, 1996.
No,
yeah.
that's like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Just take a deep breath. Try to relax. Yes. Try to relax because you're old. And, if you get upset, you'll have health issues.
Meditation is good.
Yeah. So just take a deep breath as we speak right now. And then let it out, please. Don't hold it too long. In the case you're needing something new to worry about, a paper from NASA scientists and other researchers say that asteroid has a 4% chance of hitting you by 2032.
That's not zero.
Look, I'm just going to say this much. I'm not going to worry about it.
Not
and
zero.
Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, has ordered North Koreans to check women for unsocial. He didn't like breast implants. Well, he said that breast implants are capitalistic and not socialistic. So he is telling men to check women for unsocialistic breast implants. And the line starts where? Is that a job where
are you volunteering?
People out? I'm just saying.
Do you want to go to North Korea to do that?
Oh, hell no.
Right.
And the next thing I would just say, North Korean women like most Asians, I've got to be careful because the wife is in here.
Mm-hmm.
They're small breasts. They have small breasts. Most Asians have small breasts.
True.
And so how are you going to know the difference? It's going to hit you in the eye. That's how you know the difference. And we've talked about this before. Breast implants they're not soft. They're not that you really, it's not like a woman that is natural. You can lay against them and it's nice and soft and comfy. And then you have breast implants that are told, so you're going to be able to tell.
You know, I just realized that. I get it. Like the look of the firm, it's beautiful. But when I lay down, I don't want a firm pillow. I like mine with like a little bit of bounce, like a little bit of
Sometimes the look of
soft.
the firm is beautiful.
To me, I'm not I'm not a lesbian at all. I'm not attracted to
So let the
him,
guys
nothing
speak
like
for
that.
this.
Okay, guys. I don't even have to say. They're gonna come.
All right, guys.
Oh, they'll come.
Tell us the
But I
preference.
get it.
All natural
Yo
or
quiero natural. Whenever I lay down
like
that, yeah,
when
I
you're
do
going to
want
be
the soft.
interacting with them, not just looking at them.
I think Monica just said mucho grande chichis.
No.
I think that's what she said. I could be wrong.
I said I want natural. Like if I were to lay down, like I would want to lay down on.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, comfort is all. When you get old, comfort is very, very important. A woman in Florida stole a motorized shopping cart to drive herself to another appointment. So she stole the motorized shopping cart to go to an appointment. By the way, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office in Port Charlotte, Florida, of course, arrested the woman about 10:12 a.m. She just didn't feel like walking. Her name is Robin Zick. She's 42-year-old from Punta Gorda. And she had an appointment, so she stole the shopping cart, valued about $2,500, and took it to her appointment.
And
By
she
the
didn't
way,
take
she
it
has
back?
been arrested.
Why didn't she take it
she
back?
didn't return it.
See, take it
and
back.
then, of course, once they arrest her, she has a medical moment, and she's sick, so they had to take her to the hospital. She's been charged with grand theft of a motorized vehicle. Yep.
Well, it was. I mean, that's a legit
Wonder if
charge.
she'd do any serious jail time. All right,
She couldn't recharge
private
that,
sector
but it was a
jobs.
legit charge.
We lost 32,000 private sector jobs in September. This is not a good report for Donald Trump. Those numbers came out. Private payroll companies, ADP dropped those numbers. 32,000 jobs lost in September. Partial shutdown of the government is probably going to postpone the government's report. APD found that pay was up about 4%. So how much money working people are getting paid, but we've lost 32,000 jobs. We got to get people back to work. According to this report, private sector employees, there are about 26 million private sector employees in the United States today. Now that goes back to how many people are not working in the United States. So they believe that private sector, now that's not including federal jobs or state jobs, but 26 million private sector employees in the United States, right? A lot more. We need a lot more jobs in America and getting people back to work. A lot more. Senator Johnson, I talked about this story. I didn't have it in front of me. I like Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. He's a Republican. He blasted Congress for their chronic budget dysfunction on Thursday, calling appropriation process broken and urging lawmakers to end government shutdowns once and for all. By the way, he joined the Senate back in 2011. Lawmakers have passed 180 appropriation bills on time. But here's the problem with this. You know how many were actually passed on time?
How many?
3.3% success rating. 96.7 had a failure rate. Appropriations bills.
Wow.
He wants to eliminate government shutdowns. Of course, the shutdown started with an act.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wants to eliminate the Government Shutdown Act, which would implement an automatic 14-day continuing resolution if spending bills were not enacted, and this would prevent a government shutdown. So all that would happen, and look, this bill is the same bill that passed last time, the budget bill. We just don't want to add money to it, and the Democrats want to add additional things to it. That's what it's all about. So the budget is the same that it was 3 months ago when we had this same conversation. I like the idea of ending government shutdowns, period, because all it does is hold us hostage. In fact, I'm for a balanced budget, 12-month balanced budget. I think that's a great idea. And EVs in America. Subsidies are going away.
Good.
All this green energy stuff. Subsidies are going away.
That's good.
Is that going to be advantage EV industry? Oh, I don't think so. I think a lot of people. Now, what's going to happen in New Mexico, where they pass laws that you have to have like a car charging station if you build a new home? It's got to be wired for a car charging station.
Well, you know, like in southeast New Mexico, there are some cities, Hobbs is one of them, I believe Carlsbad is one of them as well, who have gone against that and said, no, we're not doing that. Like they just recently did those kind of ordinances at their commission meetings and said, we're not doing that.
Crazy. All right, text line is open at number 877-396-W105.
Hey, I wanted to tell you real quick before she gets to the text, because she's getting them lined up. We were talking about the job thing, the job loss. I think what's interesting there is a lot of private companies swapped people from being full-time employees to contract employees during that time.
Oh.
And that counts as a job loss.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That kind of makes sense.
Because contractors don't count. So,
well, I mean, look, contractors in a lot of cases make more money, but they don't get the benefits of being an employee.
Right.
So it's a savings for the company, and it gives people an opportunity to be like their own business owner.
Yeah.
Because you can write off, you know, all your expenses and be your own business owner. And by the way, once you become a contractor, the company can't, I mean, they can give you expectations to meet,
right?
But they can't tell you what to do, how many hours to work or any of that.
Right.
Because you're a contractor.
Right.
As long as you're meeting the goals, they can't tell you what to do.
But that's an answer to some of those job loss numbers.
That does make a little sense. Monica in the text, then we'll take our break.
All right. Someone sent in a picture of what Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, I guess, posted to her Facebook. Basically, she's saying, let's be clear what's at stake. If the Enhanced Affordable Care Act tax credits are not extended, 27,000 New Mexicans could lose health coverage. Premiums across the marketplace are projected to rise by an average of 91%. Because my administration saw this coming, New Mexico in August identified $72 million in state funding to cover families earning under 400% of the federal poverty level, or $128,600 for a family of 4. In New Mexico, more than 20,000 federal workers won't get paychecks during the shutdown. Others will be furloughed entirely as Trump's assault on the federal government escalates. Meanwhile, essential services will slow down or stop entirely, from processing small business loans to issuing new Social Security cards. Political dysfunction in Washington causes real-life pain for New Mexican families. trying to access the services they depend on and deserve. New Mexicans.
So, most people, when they try to get a Social Security card, for a newborn baby, is it really that important you do that in 1 week, or do you get it the next month? It's not like the kid's going to work, right?
Correct. Right. No.
But she's like all these other leftists. She's a liar.
All right, my wife is standing over, so I need to make sure and read this, Monica. So, the wife is going to do a fundraiser for the Philippines earthquake victims. She's going to sell egg rolls and fried noodles and rice, and all the money raised will go for water and food for the people. I don't know if you've seen the people that are now sleeping outside. They have no more home and nothing, and the government is not really there to help. So she is going to donate food and water back to the people in the Philippines. So if you want to buy egg rolls and fried noodles or fried rice and that type of stuff,
Lumpia?
She says, lumpia. Yeah.
I'll put my order in for that.
So lumpia and fried rice. She'll start prepping next week. So if you want to make monetary donations, I'll put a link up Cash App if you want to do that. So
tell her I'm in for some lumpia.
I want everything.
So Blake said. So the Monica and Blake said they buy also. So cool. All right.
Russell probably wants some too.
So people, we are blessed in America.
Straight up, walk in with a blank.
Yeah.
Russ just walked in. That was the thing.
Yeah. Think about how blessed we are in America, because we have a country that when things happen, it steps in and takes care of us. Not all countries are like that.
Y'all, can I just say how non-country Russ is? Well, I mean, he's country. Say, I'm country.
I'm country.
But I've...
So we is doing a fundraiser for the folks back in the Philippines from the earthquake. So she's going to have fried rice, lumpia, stuff like that.
I will be there.
Okay.
You bet.
So you can tell her Russ is in too.
I did not know you used White House.
And if you want, Kevin,
White House.
He's smoking a blunt. Kevin, you're going to put that link on your social media pages, right?
Yeah, I'm going to put that up coming up shortly. And I know a lot of listeners that were my friend before on social media. My page is Kevin Bonner on social media now because they kicked me off my Kevin B account. It's Kevin Bonner. It's got a picture of me and the wife. It's got
red cap.
The profile picture. I have a red cap and a black shirt.
So go follow Kevin. Go follow me because I'll share that as well. Monica, are you going to share it?
I'll share it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
follow her.
I'll put together something when we get off and post it up there.
So
by the way, if you want to give a monetary donation,
y'all should go follow us on social media.
People. Yeah, please do. Yep. 75 people dead so far. Lots of people injured. Lots of people no houses. Nothing. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. Good news of the day coming up. Tradio just around the corner. It's already 9:15. News this morning being brought to you by Fusion Medical Spa. They got specials going on. They're in the river crossing in Rio Doso. 25% off the Diamond Glow treatment right now. Diamond Glow exfoliates your skin and brings out the glow of your complexion. They're also offering discounted price for micro needling for the face and the neck and 25% off all skincare products. They also have a procedure called the Insula procedure. You buy 2 procedures, get 1 free, and this works great for women suffering from incontinence and also encourages the big O response. Call today for a free consultation, 575-257-4722. That's 575-257-4SPA. And don't forget, if you're dealing with pain, they offer stem cell therapy. Get in touch with Dr. Rapp today at Fusion Medical Spa in the River Crossing and Rio Doso. We're coming right back. We're beyond the Breakfast Club.
Fox News
News. I'm Therese Crowley. Government shutdown day 2. Senate Democrats say they won't be bullied into a government funding extension that doesn't restore health care, waste, fraud, and abuse cuts. GOP Senate Leader John Thune tells Fox.
Clean. It is nonpartisan. It is short term. It has no gimmicks. We didn't put any partisan riders on it. I mean, this is something that should be a no-brainer.
The Washington Post suggests Democrats are walking into a trap, and now President Trump has posted he's meeting with OMB Director Russ Vought today to determine which agencies should be cut, saying, I can't believe the radical left Democrats gave me this opportunity. Air traffic controllers working without paychecks. And at New York's LaGuardia Airport last night, a Delta regional jet on the taxiway collided at low speed with another Delta jet, its wing clipping the other's nose cone and fuselage at an intersection with visible damage to both, one minor injury to a flight attendant. America's listening to Fox News.
This Eunice Cardinal Sports Report is brought to you by America Supply, located in Hobbs and Jal, New Mexico.
Looking for oil field, industrial, and safety supplies? Go to America Supply. Need cleaning supplies? America Supply has that too. How about restaurant and food truck supplies? Are you beginning to see a trend here? America Supply carries everything from H2S and quad monitors, fire extinguishers and first aid kits, to safety glasses, vests, FR clothing, fall protection, and gloves of all types. They have your slings and whip checks, your lift straps and cam locks, your adapters, pipe fittings, and threaders. They have many name brands like Lockout, Tagout, Pelican, Milwaukee, Rigid, and so many more. Visit America Supply to find exactly what you're looking for and then some. 502 North Grimes and Hobbs under the Big American Eagle, or call 575-393-3383.
Patrick Alexander here with Coach Greg Jackson. Coach, coming off a bye week, and you guys have Loving this weekend. What'd you guys work on through the bye week?
It was just a really good chance for us to get healthy and work on fundamentals and kind of reteach some things. And coming off of a loss into your bye week gives you a lot to really focus on and work on. So we were able to use that time to our advantage and clean up some things that needed to get cleaned up. And a lot of good teaching went on, and it felt like we had a really good week.
Coach, you're 4-1, and really the only loss you had was to the number 1 team in 3A. So what do you look forward to the rest of this season?
Candidly, playing people in our own classification, knowing that we are only
Sure.
playing 2A schools the rest of the way out, so there's no excuse.
Coach, you take on Loving. What do you know about those guys?
Oh, pretty familiar. Familiar. Played them. I mean, we played them as much as we played anybody outside of maybe Texaco. So we know the kids. They know our kids, and it's very similar systems. Their spread team, we're a spread. They run a 4-man front. We want to run a 4-man front. So it really just comes down to execution. But they have good athletes, and if we let the quarterback get loose and let him make plays with his feet, then that's going to stress our defense. And then if we don't execute offensively, then...
This Eunice Cardinal Sports Report was brought to you by America Supply, located in Hobbs and now open in Jal, New Mexico.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
Your call is very important.
Still waiting on your cable company to care? With slow speeds and hidden fees, maybe it's time to pull the plug. Kinetic gives you 100% fiber and gig speeds with 25 times faster uploads than cable. Local service that actually shows up, and clear pricing that isn't there to surprise you. So ditch cable and connect with the right crowd. Visit GoKinetic.com. Kinetic. Internet better. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply.
Attention gun enthusiasts. Mark your calendars because the Ultimate Gun Show is coming to Carlsbad, and you don't want to miss it.
505 Productions is hosting a massive 3-day gun show at the Walter Gerald's Event Center in Carlsbad. With over 170 tables featuring guns, ammo, knives, and accessories, you'll find everything you need from top New Mexico vendors. Whether you're a collector or a first-time buyer, this is your chance to explore an incredible selection at unbeatable prices, plus free parking and an ATM on site.
The show kicks off Friday, October 3rd from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, October 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Sunday, October 5th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is only $7 a day or $10 for the weekend. And children under 12 are free. Visit 505productions.com for more details. Don't miss out.
Be in the Breakfast Club powered by Permian Ford, home of the lifetime Permian Powertrain Promise. That means your engine and transmission performs for the life that you own the vehicle or it's covered.
4 out of 5 doctors' offices recommend listening to Be in the Breakfast Club. It makes healthier fish, happier plants in your lobby, and it curbs magazine thefts. Call now, 877-396-W105. Call now.
By the way, any medical advice that we say on this show is not medical advice.
Right.
Okay. Just thought I'd mention that.
It's
I am
talking
not
about
a
the fish
doctor.
again.
I have not played one on TV or the radio.
I voice acted one once.
But
you
I'm
really?
not
Yeah.
a doctor. Yeah. Not a doctor. Morning show this morning being brought to you by La Tienda and, of course, Carlsbad. La Tienda Thriftway, home of the taco bar, and made from scratch tortillas. Get in there and enjoy the made from scratch tortillas, or maybe the taco bar. And by the way, they also have a full service bakery in the store. And right now they got big savings. Here's a great idea. You go in there, you eat from the taco bar, and then you do your shopping. Yeah, they've got Boston butt pork roast, $1.77 a pound. Bottom round roasts for $5.99 a pound. Cooked shrimp for $6.99 a pound. Get chicken breasts and breast tenders for $2.49 a pound. Produce department, it's dollar days. They've got Honeycrisp apples for $1 a pound. Squash $1 a pound. Avocados $1 each. And $1 for a 12-ounce bag of garden salad from Dole. They also have specials in the produce in the deli department, like oven roasted turkey, $7.99 a pound. Virginia smoked ham for $5.99 a pound, and roast beef for $12.99 a pound. Red Diamond iced tea, get 2 gallons for just $6. And if you're looking for stuff like refreshments, they've got the coldest beer in town, plus Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, 12-pack for $6.99. Check them out today at La Tienda in Carlsbad. It's already 9:25. Monica, wrap up the text.
The Democrats have picked their heels, so don't cry when we call their bluff. And I know it will be bad for a lot of people, but it's people that are living off of the government. They're living off of the government tea. Yes, that's immediately what I thought yesterday, and I thought this is going to be very bad for those. I mean, I have many great friends who are on SNAP, they receive TANF, things like that. And because a lot of them are single moms and whatever, they're super young.
But their benefits are not going to stop.
No.
Right, that's the lie. Their benefits will not stop.
Well, and Gabe Vasquez came out and released a statement saying, I know this is going to harm millions of Americans, but we have to do this.
It's not going to stop, but there may be a delay in when they get them.
Well,
so, like, if they get them.
He's a Democrat running for Congressional District 2 in New Mexico and is doing things he knows is going to harm New Mexicans so that he can help illegal foreigners.
True.
And he admitted it.
So.
Yeah, but and then an overwhelming response to the boobs, all natural. I hear y'all loud and clear. Loud and clear. Big Papi said he'd like to place his order to help food out.
Amen.
Or help out, and could he pick up
in
Lubbock?
Go to my wife's Facebook page, and I'm trying to think of the best way to give her your and
well, you're going to put it on yours, right?
On her either.
You're going to put it on your page
I'll
too,
put
right?
It on mine. You can hit me up, but it's BB May Bonner. So it's BIBAH May Bonner. I don't know what this woman's trying to tell me. Give me her phone. Give me my phone. See, I have no problem. I just hand her my phone. See the way that works, guys? I have no problem handing her my phone.
That's
no
how
problem
it should
at all.
Absolutely.
All right, one more text before we get to good news.
Roy from Jow says, why are we not arguing with the New Mexico government about adding and raising taxes on our fuel in New Mexico? We should be furious that they can add and raise these taxes whenever they want to. Shouldn't we have the right to vote against these taxes whenever they are brought up? And that was Roy from Jow.
Should.
We should.
We
And that's
should,
it.
but it ain't going to happen. Not going to happen. Good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Get in touch with Rustin Hayes today. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So a Piggly Wiggly cashier in South Carolina gave a woman the wrong lottery ticket, but she's not mad. She asked for a specific type, but he handed her one for a game called Palmetto Cash 5. It didn't have her normal numbers, so she rolled the dice anyway. Won $300,000. And a piglet that jumped off a truck in Iowa onto the highway will get to live the rest of her life on a farm. They named her Peppa, obviously after Peppa Pig, and they called Iowa Farm Sanctuary, and they are taking her in. They say she got some bruises and a little bit of road rash, but other than that, she's okay. And she's going to be just fine living out her years on the farm. Now, there is a bear named Chuck, and we talked about this earlier. He won this year's Fat Bear Week contest that Kevin talked about, and he managed to get himself nice and fattened up for the winter, even though he has a broken jaw. And Kevin's trying to get his phone back together, so I see he stepped away. But that is the good news of the day.
Good news of the day being brought to you by, of course, our buddy Herschel Rustin Hayes. Check him out today in Lovington, right across the street from Bob's.
So go to your
That's
Facebook,
pretty much it.
right? Go to your Facebook to get the.
Yeah, the wife just shared the account.
Okay.
On my Facebook, and it's on her Facebook. So order today, and she'll make sure and fulfill all those orders, and all money will be given to is going right to people in Cebu, the Philippines. 6.9 magnitude earthquake. More than 70 people dead, thousands without homes now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said before, we are blessed to live in America where our government steps in and helps most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
There is no help. I had a story to get to about Tyrese. Did you see this guy was arrested for cruelty to animals? I'll hold on to this and do the story tomorrow.
Okay.
The guy from Transformers, the singer, he was also in Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble. Yep. All right. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating, your choice for your next HVAC job. They've got the experience to take care of you. Yeah, if you have air conditioning or heating problems today, look, our go-to guy is Enrique Rocha. Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. You can call him 575-631-1999. And don't forget, it's never too early to start thinking about getting that inspection done on your heater. That colder weather is just around the corner. Call Enrique Rocha today. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. Tradio up next. We're being the Breakfast Club out.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. Both